welcome to Footballers Convention, World Cup edition. We are live. I'm joined here by, introduce yourself, gentlemen.
Mr. Moss TV, how you doing?
Jamel Johnson at Nonprofit Comic and other things.
Other things as well. I didn't know we had a triple threat here.
Yeah, get you a man that could do both, four. What's more than both? Several. Get you a man.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Quadrupler.
We are watching Brazil and Switzerland, just moments away from kickoff. Going through the lineups now. What do you see? What are you guys thinking? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see Brazil. You know, they're the favourites to win the World Cup, and there's a lot of expectations on their shoulders, and I just want to see them do well. Like, there's so many good players in their team. I think Switzerland are going to struggle today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really do. But I just want to see loads of goals.
Those goals.
I want to see all the goals.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking for the same. I'm looking for a straight up thrashing.
A straight up thrashing?
Something in the 4-1 range.
You think maybe they saw a little bit of the Russia 5-0 and said, oh, okay, we'll see you.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of
saw
that and was like, okay, no time to fuck around.
When Brazil are playing, though, especially like a World Cup opening match against a team that, you know, they're pretty superior in most ways, are they playing just against Switzerland, or are they playing sort of against the Brazil legacy, you know, the fans singing their hearts out, all of that? Is a little more than just beating 11
Yeah, I think
guys.
any first match of the World Cup, they're always going to have so much pressure on their shoulders. I think they can kind of settle into the World Cup after the first one, but it's going to be tough for the players because there's so many people watching. Like, we see the likes of Germany, we see the likes of France, and we see the likes of Spain kind of struggling already.
Sure.
So Brazil are the kind of only team left out of the top four who are really kind of can win it, I think.
And they can make a pretty big statement today,
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Neymar not quite fit. Still.
Yeah, I was watching him. He was playing against Croatia in a friendly before the tournament, and he played very well. Like, he's not 100% fit, I don't think, but like, if Neymar is like 70 or 80% fit, he's still better than the majority of the players out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
maybe it's also a scenario where you can kind of play his way into fitness a little bit. You know, in maybe 2 weeks from now, he might be a little bit sharper, a little bit more match fitness.
Yeah. But I mean, you just look at Brazil and you look at every single player on the pitch, and you go, okay, world class, world class, world class. It's just incredible. I mean,
you look at, if they're any other country, you'd go, okay, Dani Alves injured, missing. That would be a massive blow. That would be huge for them. And now they go, you know, we'll slot into Nilo. Next guy up, right? Next guy up.
I'm looking for Amanda to get some time.
Oh,
is it Amanda or is it Angela? Because it's Miranda. And then who's on the bench?
He's starting out there.
Miranda's starting,
Yeah,
and then
another
female name on the bench.
They love those females.
Renato Augusto, I think, is the guy you're talking about. Is it?
Oh, does he go by Amanda?
I think is it a Renato?
We can call him that if we want.
I mean, we can call him whatever you want. I mean,
he's Brazilian. He's got a bit of flair about him. We can call him whatever we want. Yeah. He's not watching. Hopefully, unless he is, we love you, Amanda.
So, fairness, it started off quite well for Switzerland. You know, they're getting on the ball.
Is it a matter of getting Shaqiri as many touches as possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think Shaqiri's obviously their danger man, but there's a few other guys on the pitch who can change a game. The only thing with Shaqiri is he's playing, or he was, I know he is still playing with Stoke. He's probably going to move during the summer, but he's been playing in a team that have been doing really, really poorly.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of thinking, you know, is he not in form? Can he, you know, achieve on this level again, or is he just kind of at the Stoke level again?
You figure if he probably wants to move, right? You can't imagine he's happy at Stoke.
He's 100% not going to be at Stoke next year.
So isn't this a little bit of an audition, right?
This is kind of like an open shop window for him to kind of, you know, prove that he is worth
a quote unquote contract year, right?
Contract year, is that what you call it?
That's what we call it here in the States.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So what type of game does he have to get like a bigger club to bite? Like what would he need to do today against Brazil to get the money?
I don't know. I mean, if you can score a goal,
just give me one.
Yeah, just get one goal. Like, I mean, it might be 6-1 to Brazil, but if you can get a goal, I reckon he can get a move to Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah, do it against Brazil. Sure, why not?
Oh,
That's decent.
It's been a bit early, but Switzerland.
Switzerland
have been
they're
pressing,
bringing it on. They're saying we're not afraid. We're not afraid of the World
Which,
Champions.
it's kind of interesting. We were talking before this a little bit, and going through the qualifying to get here. It was kind of their attack that wasn't really that potent, right?
Yeah, so for Switzerland to get to the World Cup, they finished second in the group behind Portugal, and they did okay during the group, but they played against Northern Ireland in the playoffs to get to the World Cup, and they weren't really impressive at all. I think Northern Ireland were pretty unlucky not to get through to the World Cup. But they won 9 games in a row in the qualification process, I think it is. So like they are a team that know how to win, which is important. But when you're playing against a team like this, it's always going to be difficult. I was looking at the odds actually for this game. So the odds are Brazil to win are 2 to 5. So if you put £5,
Yep.
€5, $5, you get 2 back.
Yep.
But Switzerland are 8 to 1 to win this game, and a draw is 18 to 5 or 7 to 2.
And what about for someone to run out and shave Neymar's head in the middle of this and give him a proper haircut?
Give him probably 1,000 to 1, I'd say.
And Jamel, you were saying you watched Germany-Mexico earlier.
Oh yeah, man. Had no choice.
Had no choice. One of you said he was a friend or a coworker or someone you.
Yeah, my boy Ryan Connor, who I do a podcast with, World Cup for Americans, and yeah, he's just a huge Germany fan. Watches Dortmund all the time, and
Were you watching it with them, or were you
Nah.
texting a little? Or?
we were texting, and the predictions before. He's like, "Oh, Germany's gonna run over these guys," and I was like, "Are you sure? It's not like it's in Germany,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
First game, you never know what to expect. Mexico's got a little revitalized kind of squad, and I predicted a tie just to be safe, but I was like, yeah, I totally felt they could win.
Sure.
And then at halftime, he's texting me like, "What's Germany's doing? They're not even
Furious,
trying."
yeah.
I was like, dude, that high press was straight disrespectful.
Did you take it easy on them after the final whistle? Or
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was
You
just
just-
like, I'll just wait, you know.
You know better.
Yeah, I'll see him Monday
Yeah.
and just give him that smirk.
Yeah.
Mexico were incredible. I mean, they played a really kind of high, kind of pressing game. They didn't give Germany a chance when they got on the ball. I just thought they were fantastic. And a lot of people now are kind of thinking that can Mexico go really far in the tournament? And I think they can, with the players that they have and the kind of commitment that they have. You know.
Yeah, man, Vela looked good, and they took him out. He didn't even play the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they managed to get that W without him. So he'll be fresh for the next game.
Sure.
And if he's controlling the midfield like that,
Yeah.
they can make a run.
If they can avoid Brazil, I think coming out of the group, then you can get a little momentum, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah. yeah.
Which
got-
is, yeah, like, I guess the only way to miss him is they win the group.
And Brazil presumably wins this group, right? And then they're safe. But runner-up, you figure. Either way, we win. We get to see Brazil play Mexico or Germany. It's going to be a good time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you been following? There's a pretty big controversy that Landon Donovan, one of the U.S. stars, he's in this Wells Fargo ad, proclaiming that, well, since U.S. is out, I'm all in on Mexico, and he's wearing a Mexico T-shirt, and he's got a lot of stick for that.
Oh, really?
Have you guys caught any of that?
Not
or?
really. No, not really.
I mean, I saw the ad.
You
I
saw that?
haven't seen any blowback on
Why
it.
is he getting stick? Why is he getting?
Because he's he's the highest goal scorer in U.S. national team history.
Right.
And he's like an American icon, and he played for U.S. and kind of helped develop it into a real rivalry with Mexico, U.S.-Mexico.
Okay, so there's definitely a rivalry
And
there.
now it's Wells Fargo wants people to watch World Cup. They want the commercial, so they're paying him.
Okay.
So he's taking a money grab to go wear a Mexico T-shirt when
Yeah.
dude literally would go play and have bags of piss thrown at him from the sand. And now you're going to cheer for that team.
Was that Mexico or was that Guatemala? I thought that might have been a little smaller country in the
A lot of urine to go
CONCACAF.
around. A lot of urine to go around. It could have been. It could have imported. Maybe it was imported. I don't know. It was. I don't know where it came from, but I mean, they gave him a hard time.
I personally say, hey man,
You're with it?
Yeah, get your dough, man. We didn't qualify. Andy wasn't on the team. Go Mexico, F it.
There's a
I'm
few
with them.
people,
You're all in on
Yeah.
Mexico. He's completely.
I got the hat on. I have my USA hat on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think they're a great team. They proved themselves today, like, so there's no reason why not. And there's a few people on the Twitch chat want to say hello to Eurogamer. How you doing, buddy? Aaron, what's the story, pal? How are you? He says that Mexico will reach the semi-finals.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bold statements.
Oh, wow.
And Crink, how you doing, pal?
Ugh.
Hope you're well, dude.
I hope
Nice.
they do, man, just to see LA turn up.
Yeah, U.S.
There
didn't
you go.
qualify, but Los Angeles did.
Did, yeah.
Brazil's starting to kind of grow in this one a little bit, right? You figure over time, eventually, they'll.
Yeah, I think they're kind of just testing the waters now, kind of seeing what they're up against.
Let Switzerland get a little tired.
Yeah. But that's the thing I was impressed by Mexico today, is that they just kept on going and going. They got a little bit tired towards the end, which is natural. But the way that they defended against Germany was incredible.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought they'd be able to like go over the top, you know, get a set piece
Yeah.
and just call it a day. And
That goalkeeper as well,
Ochoa.
brilliant keeper.
Yeah.
I remember he had a really good campaign in 2014, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he got a big move.
He went to Monaco.
Did he go to Monaco?
Yeah.
And do you know where he's playing now? Is he back?
They
In Mexico,
released
or-
him, and I think it's a good question.
Because he was one of the star players from
He was.
Mexico in 2014.
He plays for Standard Liège in Belgium.
Okay.
He was like without a club for at least like 6 months, and it was like he didn't become that bad overnight.
Yeah,
It wasn't like he
yeah.
made a bunch of howlers. He went. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Monaco. It was Ajaccio in France. Sorry,
Okay, right.
I thought he was linked with Monaco, but he never made that move. Yeah, he's been around. Played in Spain for a bit. Nearing 100 caps. Nearing them. It's one thing Mexico's always had is good goalkeepers.
Remember Jorge Campos? Remember he used to wear those jerseys?
Of course.
The multicolored jerseys.
He designed them and made them. Those are fresh.
Designed it himself? That's
He-
dope.
I mean, that's
Is there any way I can buy one of those jerseys? Like, is there
You just got to cruise eBay.
really?
Yeah.
There's always
Oh,
some
yeah.
stuff laying
There,
around
like,
on
yeah,
eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he played for LA Galaxy. I used to
Did
watch
he?
him
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Because it was early days where you could kind of get away with shit, and they were like, "Yo, you want to play forward for a few games?" And he goes, "All right, I'm in." So,
Ooh.
is that Willian?
Willian, yeah.
First goal scorer? Who you got?
First goal scorer,
Williams not a bad bet,
yeah. Or this guy here, Coutinho.
Phil?
baby.
Oh, that's
Whoever
nice
takes the
play.
next
the box,
shot.
lovely. Oh, yes! No!
Oh, damn.
Paulinho.
Looked like Spurs version of Paulinho there, not Barcelona version of
Yeah,
Paulinho.
exactly, yeah. That man has resurrected his career. It's absolutely incredible, his journey. Like, so he went from Spurs to China, back to Barcelona.
And no one saw it coming either.
I
Everyone thought it was a joke.
I put a tweet out going, like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? This is an absolutely crazy
Yeah,
move.
his agent must be amazing. He's linked
yeah,
with
exactly.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
and
40 million pounds they spent on him, and he's doing very well.
he's been all right. He
Yeah,
scored
yeah.
a few goals for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, man. Like,
I'm trying to think of other players that have like reinvented themselves. The only one that immediately comes to mind is Forlan, but even he never he didn't fall that far.
see, the thing is, right, there's a lot of players coming from South America, the likes of Hernandez, and Forlan is a great example, where he came after scoring loads and loads of goals, prolific goal scorer, and then he went to the Premier League, and he really struggled. The
Yeah.
same with Hernandez, to a certain point. You know, he's at West Ham now, hasn't been scoring goals, but it seems as though a lot of the players from South America come to the Premier League and just don't get it. They just don't perform. It might be a little bit more kind of, I don't know,
Different game and the language barrier.
Yes.
I think like
Yes.
moving.
cultural kind of difference.
Yeah, moving to a completely different continent is very underrated in like how
Sure.
players do.
Can't speak the same language. They're like
Yeah.
eating foods. They're going, what?
There's
especially
no
English
spice.
food.
There's no
Yeah,
spice anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Why does this all taste like mayonnaise and curry?
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You just want a damn taco.
That's on Mr. Mass to-do list here. We got to get him before he leaves LA. We got to
Oh.
get him some
Yeah, yeah.
legitimate tacos.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
There's a
I'm up for
very
it. Listen, I'll eat anything. There's a question here. He goes, what are the guys' thoughts about this of Sané being left out of the Germany team?
We were talking about this a bit earlier.
Yeah.
You know what? When Germany were pressing, I didn't think this moment was going to come game one, but when they were pressing, they needed a goal. They needed to go to their bench. And who's Yogi Love pull on? Mario Gomez, who I thought he was buried 6 feet under about 10 years ago. And you have the young player of the year, Sané, sitting at home watching this on TV. I think you saw a miss today already.
They left a few dudes at home.
It's Germany, yeah.
I mean, the team they left at home could also qualify.
Their B team would.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Like, there's so many players like in their team that just can change games. But like the whole Sané thing, I don't get it. I mean, I follow the Premier League, weekly, and he has been one of the best players. He got Young Player of the Year.
Yeah.
In the Premier League.
Yes, he did.
So the players I think that took his position were Reus and Julian Brandt. Now, to be honest with you, Reus, he's good, or he was good, but has he lost that kind of charisma that he used to have, that kind of flair, creativity that he used to have? They have Brandt as well, Julian Brandt.
He's been all right.
He's been okay. I mean, but Sané, he's proven at such a high level in the Premier League.
In a great team.
And they won the league, like, do you know what I mean?
We were asking earlier, what does Shaqiri need to do to win a move? What does Sané need to do to get a spot in that Germany team?
Guess just be older.
Older,
Yogi
taller, better looking.
Yeah, Yogi went with what, the experience?
I get.
Tournament experience, but I mean, come on, it doesn't matter.
I wasn't Timo Werner. I wasn't that impressed by him.
Yeah, Timo Werner, like, he's been doing very, very well in the German league. I think he's like the top goal scorer in the German league, the Bundesliga. But there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's a young lad as well, and they have Muller as well, but Muller isn't maybe at his best at the moment.
He's very good. He's efficient. He's not like a spark plug. He's not a pull around.
He's not like a poacher, like a proper kind of striker,
Yeah.
But I mean,
he's not closer.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. Werner had a few opportunities today. I think he could have done better in a few occasions, but yeah. Free kick.
Here comes our first goal. I think I had Neymar, even injured Neymar. I think can go golden boot in this tournament.
Top corner. Come on now. Oh.
Jamal, what leagues do you sort of follow, or do you kind of bounce around, or?
Kind of bouncing around, but I'd say Premier League over anything. I'm forcing myself to watch MLS now.
Is it a bit like?
How do you find it?
Taking your medicine?
It was a chore, but I mean they're getting better. It's just better teams.
Exactly. I think with years, like it's going to take a couple of years for them to get better. But is the standard, like, is it decent? Like, what kind of level are they at? Like?
I guess I'd put the MLS somewhere around like
Championship, maybe, like in the UK.
Yeah. Somewhere around there,
below,
like a
the
smaller European league.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean, like a Belgium or like on par with maybe like the Dutch league or something.
Yeah.
Like good, but not great.
Sure.
But definitely getting there. The funny thing about it is like we're developing like Central American players and South America, like more than American players.
I get you.
And now their team, like we basically kind of built the Costa Rican team up over 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they're just straight up better than us.
Hurtful.
The thing I heard about the MLS is that they pay the defenders so little, and they pay the forwards a lot. So the fact that you have really, really good forwards and pretty poor defenders, you're going to get a lot of goals. So I think that's what they're kind of looking for. They're looking for like the whole entertainment value for the fans.
Which that makes sense. I don't know. I still don't notice it. Like, these are.
But Zlatan though, that was
huge.
Like that goal that he scored on his debut, coming off the bench, like, man, that was just so good. Like, it's just typical, typical kind of Zlatan. Like.
Yeah, and then like almost punched a guy in the face, like 3 games after that.
Really?
Additional classic Zlatan. Also classic. Yeah. You got to take both.
There's a question here on Twitch from Just Kill Him 360. How you doing, buddy? He says, "How far do you guys think England will go in the World Cup?"
I think that's the easiest question I've got. I'm going to go with the old tried, trusted like quarterfinals, maybe.
I reckon quarterfinals. I reckon they'll get out of the group They'll play against either, is it Senegal or Colombia, I think, possibly, or even Poland maybe. I reckon they could beat them in the second round.
Yeah.
And then they potentially could play against Germany or Brazil. I think that's what I'd say quarterfinals. I
That's
reckon
the
they
problem.
get to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, they
There
got a
you go.
shot. I just don't want to see them beat themselves. Just find a way to not blow it against Tunisia.
Yeah.
That's it.
They could though.
Yeah, like the thing about it is that Gareth Southgate, the manager, is one of the most liked managers that they've ever had.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy, you know, pretty inoffensive, but he seems to have kind of gained a good kind of dressing room atmosphere within the team. And yeah, I don't know. I hope they do well. I would like to see them do well, but we'll find out tomorrow. We're going to be doing a watch-along match tomorrow, aren't we?
England, Tunisia, 11. 11 my time and 7.
7 p.m. UK time, I think. Yeah.
What do you think the passing stats of this are now? 2-1.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. To be honest with you, I'm not actually.
Oh! Wow.
Coutinho.
That
There you go.
was typical
Yeah, good
Coutinho.
call. Good call.
Your boy.
Oh.
Used
That
to be
was
my
a
boy.
Fucking rocket.
Wow. Do you know, I was just about to say, I'm not really too impressed by Brazil. And then that happened.
Did they do that? They've still got that.
You heard me. Listen. Oh, wow. That was a great goal.
That's Coutinho goal right
That
there.
is beautiful.
Curler outside
Look
the
at
box. I've seen that one before.
Outside the box. Right. Oh.
A wrap.
Get that into you. Brilliant goal.
Wow.
Look at that.
All right, now it's on. Now it's gonna be a mess.
That's pure.
I always wanted some of those blue shorts, the Brazil shorts.
Oh, yeah.
There's still time.
It's still available.
They're still out there. Thing is, would you really say that was according to plan for Brazil, or is that just genius?
Say it again.
Was that according to plan for Brazil? Like, is that they don't draw that up? That's just
That was just pure genius right
Yeah.
there. Like that was
Loose
just
ball.
like the thing is like that. Barcelona obviously saw something in him. Like he kind of produces moments like that,
yeah.
but not many people can do what he just did there. Like it's just incredible.
Wow. Here it comes.
Oh,
Now they're starting to
baby.
turn it on, feeling themselves a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the nerves until you get the first one. Nah, everybody wants one.
It could be one of those games where everyone starts feeling like this might be my turn to get up there and get on the score sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
When defenders attack type stuff.
How you Mick? How you doing, Paul? Says, wait, England are still in the World Cup. They are. Yeah, they haven't played yet though. Haven't played yet though.
They're already, they already dropped 3 points.
Yeah.
Haven't played a game yet.
Should we do some trivia?
What do you got? Hit us with it.
Which two players have appeared in 5 World Cup final tournaments each? So there's one guy from Mexico
I know.
and one guy from Germany.
Closer.
Is it Closa? I
Uh,
feel like it's an old
it's good.
someone older.
It's actually, I think he's been in 4.
Ah,
But a question to
for-
chat as well.
For Mexico,
Yeah.
what was it Marquez today became? Did he join the club? Was this his 5th?
I thought that was 4 for him today too.
Was it 4 for Marquez today? I thought. Okay, Claudio Suarez then.
No.
No. Who played for 5? The right back. I thought it was. I thought he was in 5.
So it was like between 1950 and 1966. But
Oh.
the German guy was between 1982 and 1998. So I'll give you a clue.
82.
I'll give you a clue with the German
the
guy.
bomber.
Is that
Jared Mueller?
no? His first name begins with L.
Is he on the wall overlooking your right shoulder right now?
He is indeed.
That was my second guess right there.
Lothar Matthäus. Yeah, really good, Mick. Thanks. Really good form. I'm here for 2 weeks. Just kidding, buddy. He was getting the shots in. And okay, so the Mexican guy to play in 5 World Cups between 1950 and 1966.
5 World.
Like, I've never heard of him, and yeah, his name is Antonio Carvajal. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly.
That's a person who existed and apparently played
Yeah.
quite well
Nice.
for some time.
Yeah. Is it Carvajal or Carbajal? Carvajal?
How's it spelled?
Carbajal.
Carvajal.
Right, I'll do one more. Oh no, that's a bit difficult.
That was good.
Who's the only manager to win the World Cup twice? Only manager to win the World Cup twice.
Ooh.
Twice. All right. Feel like
I'm gonna plead no contest.
I've never heard of him.
whoever was the Brazilian manager around, 68.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to guess it.
70.
I've never heard of him. Vittorio Pozzo won the World Cup with Italy in 1934,
And 38.
just before your time,
Just before my time.
and 1938.
I was running through all the World Cups. I'm going, all right, who won it? Like maybe back. I'm going, all right, Italy,
Yeah.
Uruguay from 1930 and 1950. That's too long of a gap. And so I was thinking maybe Brazil in that little run there was 58, 62, and then 70. So I thought maybe in there, but
Yeah.
Brazil apparently like a little coaching carousel. They like to swap it around a little bit.
They do, yeah. Predictions for the World Cup? Who's going to win?
Who's going to win it all? You know, in my pool I picked Brazil, and I know anytime you talk about Brazil in the World Cup, their royalty, they won it 5 times, they're always a favorite no matter where it is or who their players are. But I still feel like even being the favorite in this tournament, they're still a little underrated for how balanced they are in terms of the players they have. It's not all-out attack. It's not just huge names in one position or here. They're all sort of the right age too. It's not someone living on past reputation.
Exactly. They're not as reliant on one player as they used to be as well. Like
Right.
4 years ago, Neymar was like the main man.
You look at France '98 when Ronaldo, El Fenomeno, was in his prime, right?
Yeah.
He had a great tournament. Mysteriously gets some sort of food poisoning or some sort of vomiting, or he was having like convulsions the night before the final against France, and then tries to play, has a terrible game, lose 3-0, that, and they were undone right there. I don't think you can quite do that, right?
Yeah.
What player are you food poisoning if you're you're Russian here? Or
You can only food poison one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, who would you? Coutinho, right now, Coutinho.
Yeah,
Just because of that, you could do it, Gary Lineker, at the side of the pitch.
if you feel unwell, then just
go, man.
just go.
Yourself, Jamal, who do you reckon?
I mean, I guess I got to go with Argentina, man. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna find a way.
Even after the whole Iceland,
Yeah, whatever, man. Iceland's good. It'd be
Iceland,
tough to get out of that,
Yeah, I think.
respect them.
Yeah, I think Argentina. If you look at their forwards and some of their midfielders, it's unbelievable. The only kind of drawback I think with Argentina is their defence. It's a little bit shaky, but if you have that kind of forward, you have Higuain, Messi, and Dybala. I mean, they can score you goals.
I can't believe they left Icardi at home. He was
top goal scorers, top goal scorer in Serie A.
I mean, he's a bit of a dickhead, though.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's
That
allegedly,
doesn't
right?
help.
He stole his former teammate's wife, and there's that whole,
yeah, might get you left at home.
Yeah, I don't really want to play with that guy.
Karma,
Yeah.
But then again, I don't want to leave him at home if my wife's at home. You want to.
Oh yeah,
If he's on the field with me, I know what you're doing right now. I've got eyes on you, buddy. I know you're not creeping.
Jokes on the rest of Argentina. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Now he's pissed and doing the rounds.
He's having a bit of fun. Yeah.
Oh,
Good
shit.
luck to him.
But top scorer in Serie A, even if it's a down couple years for Serie A, you still You can't ignore
You
that.
can't ignore it. But I mean,
Yeah, Kolarov. Syria guy looking real good today.
That was nice today.
it's a good goal. So I think Switzerland here are kind of like realizing what they're up against, and they're going, "Oh shit, we're playing against Brazil." I don't know, like I just can't see them coming back into the match. They need a continuum moment for them to come back into this, because to break down that kind of defense, who do I think is going to?
You said it continue, like, oh, you mean just kind of a
Something
brilliant,
like
some genius.
maybe a Linson run a player, just kind of, what
was that like? Yeah.
a Shaqiri moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, just looking at the starting 11, I mean, is there anyone there that you see that's kind of, that can change a game?
I'll tell you what I haven't seen, and that's Granit Xhaka. Apparently, he's been started and playing this game. We've been watching it. I can't think of him touching the ball once.
He kind of plays in that role, though, doesn't he? Like that, he's kind of like he's sitting above the defence and kind of behind the midfielders, where he doesn't really kind of. He's not a player that is noticeable.
You think
He's
a lot of
more
it
of a blocker. Do you know what I mean? Like
maybe like just his presence kind of changes the space and shifts them to play
like
away from trouble, or
Yeah, he's not a creative kind of type. He's more of a a stopper, kind of okay, well, try and stop the attack rather than kind of like create chances.
Yeah. Normally, he introduces himself with a nice strong tackle, gets in the referee's book, and then you know he's there. But I haven't really noticed them.
You think Ronaldinho's there with both of his fiancées?
Oh yeah, I heard about that actually. Yeah.
I need a screenshot of that. Bad.
The guy is living the life.
Is it? That seems like a lot. I mean, I guess it's a life. If everybody's really down, if this isn't one of those things where like one person's just like, oh yeah, I'll do it, and then they're like, mad about it the whole time afterwards. I've never married two women. So.
Yeah, like I
You
wonder.
haven't?
I haven't.
You haven't lived.
But I wonder if they actually signed a prenup with him. That's the big question. How long will the marriage last? That's the other question.
It'll
I
last
want to
as
see
long
the
as
odds
his-
on that.
Yeah. It'll last as long as his last couple club careers, Querétaro, and he played somewhere. He played in India futsal team. I think it's his contract. Is like, look, I'm gonna come. I'll do some good things during the game.
Yeah.
Not gonna track back. Definitely not coming to practice.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
You increase the profile of the league or the club or whatever. But yeah, I actually I went to see Barcelona in Seville. This is back in the day when he played for Barcelona.
Okay.
I was in the new camp, and I saw him score one of the best goals I've ever seen in my life. He ran from the halfway line, got past a couple of defenders, took a shot from around 30 yards in the top corner, and we were there. We were at the match, but we were in like the nosebleed seats, right at the back. So I was like, "Is that Ronaldinho?" He's like, yes, it is.
When you saw him hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There
that's
you go.
him.
Yeah, but he was just incredible, brilliant player.
I tell you what, I've watched a lot of the sport, and he's one player where I've never seen some of the things that he's done. Like there are some good players who do like step overs, like they're a great player, they know how to use their body, but he would just invent things that I just like. Even Messi, he scores a lot of goals, but nothing he does is just like, where I'm just like, how did you even see the pass off your back? And Ronaldinho, just unbelievable, just his imagination, right?
I mean, I can't think of anybody who's been that creative since.
Since?
I mean, you could argue kind of Neymar
is supposed to be, right?
but I mean, I'm surprised that well, not surprised, but I was disappointed the fact that he went to PSG. Have you watched that league, like Ligue 1? Like, there's two teams in it. Like, there's Monaco and PSG, and the rest of them are really poor. Like,
Yeah, I'm not checking for Nice.
or
Yeah.
Lyon or whatever. Like, but like for him to go to that league, it was just kind of like, I think it was more to do with greed more than anything else, because he's not going to win any kind of major silverware with them.
Do you think it was, you're saying financial greed?
Oh,
or
yeah,
you
they
think
played him
greed
a ton,
is-
yeah.
He wants to be the main man. He didn't want to be,
That's
Messi's understudy.
That's a good question. I mean, like, I suppose there is that element to it where he wasn't the number one guy at Barcelona.
Yeah.
But I mean, like with PSG, he is the number one guy. But You or me could be the number one guy at PSG in that league.
I might be. I don't even watch the league. Hey, I'm the number one guy at Lille right now. You didn't know? You didn't know what my goals there?
Wookie, how you doing, buddy? How's it going? And Wookie says, I believe Ronaldo is such a better player than Messi. If you got Ronaldo in your team, you're going to win. Well, in fairness, Wookie, they had Ronaldo in the team against Spain and they only drew. So.
Yeah,
he did score a hat-trick though, in fairness. So look, yeah.
I saw a great stat that said Ronaldo, amazing game. Portugal beats Spain 3-3. Messi, terrible game. Argentina lose to Iceland 1-1. Like.
It is how it feels, man. I don't know. I'm sure Ronaldo will have some whatever games.
I mean, he has in the past. Are you a Ronaldo or a Messi guy, Jamel? Where do you stand on that?
I guess I'm a Messi guy.
Is it his style or his records or his personality? What is it that you...
It's his style. A little bit more of a all-purpose player. I mean, I know Messi's staying forward, but I don't know. Ronaldo, it's just two different things, really. Like, Ronaldo's the ultimate striker.
Yeah.
You know, if you get it to him inside of 15 yards, it's a wrap. But, like, Messi could like create things. He's making the pass. He could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I give it to Messi just for being able to
make his teammates
do
a little better.
Yeah.
I think Messi is a lot more kind of likable.
Sure.
Like Ronaldo, like, you know, he knows that he's good looking. He knows that he's brilliant at football. But Messi has a bit more kind of humility to him, I think. He knows that he has the ability, but like he doesn't kind of show it off.
Which I'm down for that. Yeah, Ronaldo's doing a bit much. Like, you know, it's a little off-putting to see him get a call and then also curse out the ref over the call. It's like, dude, you got the call.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit your kick, dude. Don't worry about it.
What more do you want? Like,
yeah,
exactly. I kind of felt bad for Messi though, missing that penalty.
I know, dude. It wasn't a good shot, man.
What? Like it was pretty poor. Like
put it right at chest level. We gotta get that thing on the ground.
Yeah, Ronaldo's free kick was brilliant. It was very good, but I think did we say this yesterday, or there was a stat that he had missed 45 free kicks up to that. So he's 1 in 46 free kicks that he's got.
Sounds about right. And then Messi almost hit one from like 20, 25 yards out at the end.
Yeah.
That would have, changed the whole narrative.
Right.
Missed it by like a yard, 2 yards?
Yeah.
I mean, it really was quite close, right? Okay, Ronaldo scored a penalty. Yep. Messi missed. That could have gone the other way. I know Messi doesn't have a great penalty record, but you figure he could still score a penalty. That could go the other way. The free kick, like you're just saying, what if Ronaldo's doesn't go in? What if and then Ronaldo's second goal was kind of a bit of a freebie, right? I mean,
it was.
Yeah.
So a couple things go differently, and it's a completely different narrative, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's a lot of game left. Who are they playing in the second round? Like, who does Portugal have?
In their second group game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm living one game at a time here.
Group A is Egypt, Uruguay, Russia, Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
And then
Group B was
because they kind of threw me off because they
Iran, Morocco.
Oh, okay.
So one of those two.
Yeah. So they've got a target practice game, and I feel like Argentina's group is tougher. I don't know who those other teams are. Is it
Iceland,
Costa Rica, and somebody?
Is it Serbia? No, that was.
Is it Croatia and Nigeria? No,
I think so. I always assume that Argentina and Nigeria are in the same group. I've seen it by now. So
Argentina, Nigeria, Croatia, and Iceland.
It's group. Let's see.
Question for the team. He says, "Who do you think will win the Golden Boot in the World Cup?"
I mean, money's on Ronaldo now.
Yeah.
Got 3 already.
A 3-goal head start is pretty big, because usually they finish. It's usually 5 or 6 is what wins it, I think.
Yeah, and their group is. I mean, he's gonna get 2 more against Iran.
Yeah.
He'll probably get 1 against Morocco.
If I was to put a bet on, I wouldn't bet on Ronaldo. I think the odds for Ronaldo are very, very short. I think it's like 2-1 for him to be Golden Boot. I know that Panama are pretty poor. So Belgium and England are going to be playing against Panama. And I think there's going to be a lot of goals in those games.
Yeah, there are still some
Yeah.
big names left.
So with Belgium,
Lukaku.
potentially. You know, Harry Kane, you know, I don't know what the odds are on him, but I know he's very, very good for Spurs. Can he do it the same for England? I don't know, but yeah, there's more value in those kind of players, I think. But Ronaldo probably is going to
Yeah.
get it.
Honest, I know you were right. It is Croatia and Nigeria, so they've got a tougher group than Portugal off top.
True. Having gotten the Spain game out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Like that's.
Now they're cruising.
I mean, in theory, that group should be fun now because both Spain and Portugal want to top their group, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to be playing probably Uruguay next, right? So, like you said, target practice on Iran and Morocco.
Yeah.
They're thinking we got to win this on goal difference. So
Yeah.
let's have at it.
Yeah. And another question is, who do you think is going to get the Golden Glove? Which is the best goalkeeper in the tournament?
Old boy from Iceland, who's pretty
He
good.
played pretty well.
But there's a couple of shutouts.
I would say the Mexican
Ochoa?
goalkeeper.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he played well, and it seems
Yeah.
that Mexico can absorb pressure. Right?
Yes,
they
exactly,
can
yeah.
withstand a bit.
Very
so.
good hands as well, and he was kind of very good at composure as well for a goalkeeper. I think is really important.
Yeah, I'm always shocked to see goalkeepers who aren't that confident catching the
Yeah.
ball.
I suppose it could be down to nerves as well, but I mean,
For sure.
I suppose like if you're playing at that level,
Ooh.
oh, we got it right in the head.
That was,
Wow,
yeah.
Was it?
that was a
Marquinhos?
terrible
Who
shot.
was it?
Yeah, that,
First of all,
Silva?
he put his heart into it at least.
yeah, I think it's Silva, is it? Yeah.
Damn, calling right off the temple. Going top 90.
Oh,
Going to the crowd.
by any means necessary.
That's that striker, isn't it? Is that Serovic?
Seferovic?
Yeah.
Plays for, we said Benfica, right?
Benfica, yeah.
Nothing too remarkable, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're relying on guys like that, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Didn't they used to have, what was that Swiss striker? Was it
Hakan
it's-
Yakin.
Hakan Yakin, right?
Yeah, and his brother as well used to play. didn't he?
Jacob, yeah? Was it Jacob Yakin?
Hakan Yakin and yeah, there's not. Yeah, they were very good actually. But they have a guy from playing for Schalke. His name is Mbola, and he's a very, very pacey striker. He's done very well in the Bundesliga this year as well. Like, so if they can bring him on, he might be able to give them some kind of substance going forward.
Murat Yakin was his brother. I don't know. When I
Murat
got
Yakin, is it? Right, okay. What a name though. What's your name? Hakan Yakin.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, great.
Nice to meet you, buddy. How are you?
Let me tell you, Sebi Sanchez sometimes doesn't get the best,
Yeah.
you know,
What's that when it has two words that have the same first letter?
like alliteration.
Alliteration.
Yeah.
Sebi Sanchez. Yeah.
It's smooth. It's
Yeah, it
smooth,
is,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
that. It
Comic
glides.
book. It has a comic book feel.
Yeah. But possibly villainous. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the best. It could be one of the characters that gets, you know, dies in that comic. And also the two brothers. You remember the two brothers who played for Turkey and also played for Bayern? It was midfielders.
For
Kind of-
Turkey, what year are we talking? Like
Around-
90s?
No,
It wasn't Suker,
around-
no? Was Suker?
No.
Uh-oh.
Around
Yeah.
2006. I think they were. they were Muslim.
Yilmaz. Yilmaz.
No. God, I guess one of them was a center midfielder who played for Bayern. His brother moved on, but they both played for Turkey around 2006. I'm gonna look up that roster. But I think those were maybe the two brothers that not Suker. Suker was great.
He was brilliant. He was. Did he win the Golden Boot in one of the tournaments?
98.
98 maybe, yeah. It could have been actually.
Or 94, 98. That was his heyday, I think. I think Stoichkov maybe won it in 94.
Stuck for Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mehmet
So there's two teams that have qualified for the World Cup for the very first time. Can you name them?
Iceland.
Yes.
Iceland, Tunisia.
Panama, yeah.
Oh,
While the U.S. is at home
Watching
Panama.
how does it feel like
I think we
Yeah.
deserved. I think we deserve to be at home for this one.
Yeah.
We've earned a seat at home.
It-
Blowing games against Trinidad and Tobago.
There
Come
isn't
on,
something.
dude.
We weren't in a hard group, you know. It wasn't like these
Yeah.
are teams that all of a sudden got very good. If you can't beat these teams, then you should be at home.
Yeah, was it Guatemala? Did you lose against Guatemala or?
We dropped points against
We
just
dropped
about everyone.
against-
We were
yeah.
equal opportunity the way we would
For
give
sure.
away points.
Because we dropped them against Trinidad, and then we probably dropped against Guatemala. We never win in those Central American countries, those road games.
No, but we need to win the matches at home, and I don't
Yeah.
know why do we even schedule matches like in LA? Because that's a road game for us now. You got to go to the Midwest,
Yeah,
right?
take that shit to Chicago
Yeah, exactly.
real quick.
Shaqiri, this again, first time I've really seen Shaqiri even get on the ball, just chasing a long ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's their top player, but I mean, when you're playing against that kind of team, like that defense, like you're not going to get a second on the ball. But yeah, the States not qualifying. Yeah, Ireland didn't qualify as well. Pretty disappointing. We got to the playoffs. We played against Denmark, and they beat us by 5-1. We weren't good enough, really, if I'm honest.
How do you feel about the next cup, though? So I feel pretty good about the young guys. We've got like a young core that's promising.
Yeah,
It looks like it could be something in the next few years.
Well, Ireland played against the States in a friendly a couple of weeks ago, actually, in
Yes.
Dublin, and I think Ireland won 2-1. And
yeah.
all right, get that smug face. Yeah, good. No, but there's a lot of young American players playing, and they did look very, very promising. Really, really good players. Who's the guy who plays in front? Is it the guy he plays in Germany?
Dortmund.
Pope?
Oh, he's talking about Irish. Your guy?
Oh, your guy?
No, the American guy. He plays in the Bundesliga.
Oh, it got to be Pulisic.
It's not. Yeah, Pulisic is good.
But someone else?
Someone else. Bob something. No.
Is it
Bob? Let's see.
I
I
can't
gotta remember.
Brooks? Is Brooks
No,
in Germany?
he's good as well.
He was.
Um,
Let's see their latest call-ups. I'll tell you right now.
Yadlin's
Bobby
back
Wood?
here.
Bobby Wood.
There you go.
Yeah. He's a decent
Amber.
player. So yeah, it does look bright. I think it does look bright for you guys.
Julian Green, still alive. He's only 23, even though last World Cup, I think he made his debut. He was like 18 or something.
Right.
19. I mean, the thing is, we have to play them, right? We can't tout these guys, and then when we need to go to Guatemala or wherever, and we need to get a result, then roll out Clint Dempsey again. God bless him, but his time has passed. You know, we can't shit the bed and just fall back on, well, these guys used to be good, and we know them, and you got to give them a chance. You got to let them fail or succeed, but you got to let them have a chance to impress you and to develop. Otherwise, we'll be watching the next one at home.
Oh, for sure.
And you're looking for a new manager as well, is that right? Or is there like any kind of potential candidates that can come in?
Yeah, who's in now? Because I know it's been kind of a revolving door.
I know
A little bit.
Bob Bradley was manager for a while. He's now with LAFC, isn't he?
Yeah. So
Who's the?
they just have an interim coach right now,
Yeah.
Dave Saracen, but he's not.
He's not going to be there for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
Okay,
it went Bradley, then Klinsman. Or was it Klinsman, then Bradley? Yeah, it was
Bradley,
Bradley, Klinsman.
Arena.
I brought Arena back.
Yeah, Bruce Arena came in. Calamity Bears, but what they did do is they brought in like Eddie Pope as like kind of like a GM, general manager position to like. So he, in theory, he's now sourcing out like finding this.
Putting the team together.
I mean, he's got some time now. That's the one
Yeah.
thing we do have is a little bit of time. So I think that was pretty big.
Yeah, I'm ready for the next Gold Cup already.
Yeah.
I want to see him. That's what, 2 years from now, or is it next year?
Gold Cup. I get Gold Cup confused with Copa America, 2000.
Oh, right. That one just passed. The
Yeah.
Copa America was last year, right?
Correct. 2019. So we got a year. Goes quick though. I don't know. I mean, is there any who does the U.S. go and get? Do we
I don't know. I mean,
go to Europe and try and find someone who's been around, or
how did Klinsman do? Like, what was his kind of like perception?
all right.
Did he do okay?
They
Yeah.
had a good World Cup run with him.
yeah.
And he never, got tripped up in qualification. It looked like it, because he was around for 2 cups, right?
I think Bradley was South Africa, and then Klinsmann was Brazil.
Okay.
It's kind of starting to run together. That's scary. I'm starting to get old.
But it's like it looked good. He brought in a bunch of like German kids from
Yeah.
one of the military bases.
Oh yeah, I heard
Which is
about that.
fine.
You know?
Fine. If they
Yeah.
can play, fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
listen, yeah, absolutely. It's the same with Ireland, like as well. Like that, we bring in anyone we can get.
Yeah.
Did you fly over Ireland that year? Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
you're one of us.
Yeah.
How long was your
exactly.
layover?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You ate potatoes,
Yeah.
great, get in,
Great.
come on now.
On board.
But yeah, like we had a lot of players who were from England, from Scotland, from Wales, and we just got them to play for us. It's kind of like it's called the grandparent rule.
Sure.
So if you can get a player who has grandparents from a certain nation, then or from your own nation, then you can get them in.
Oh yeah.
Take it. Halftime.
Half time.
1-0. Maybe a little underwhelming, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that moment of magic by Coutinho. Switzerland, you know, were pretty poor as expected, but I think Brazil are in control. Yeah.
The answer to my question earlier was the Altintop brothers, Hamid and Halil Altintop.
Ah,
Remember that?
yes, I do actually.
Kinda,
Yes, yeah.
Hamid, I think, was a better one, or one of them was a better one.
Was one of them a striker as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't as good. It was
He
the
kind of had
midfielder that
long
was-
hair.
Yeah.
Down here. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. I don't know why. Those brothers stand out in my mind when the same way we were talking about the
Yeah.
Yakins. The Yakins.
Yakin. Yeah.
Should we look at
Yeah, let's
some
have a
of
look.
the stats
Yeah,
here?
yeah, let's go.
What do you want to see?
Let's have a look at the heat map. Let's have a look at that to see where the.
Damn, y'all got heat maps.
We got some cool stuff here.
Got some heat snacks. You mind if I grab a snack? Or would it be weird since
No,
we're on camera?
no, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Yeah.
Some heat snacks with the new map.
Let's go from matches. Let's start with some match data. You wanted to see, what was it? You said heat maps?
Whatever though. I mean, whatever suits. Possession. Oh, okay, that's interesting. They've actually had more possession than
Interesting.
Brazil.
I-
Okay.
And the game has been mostly in Brazil's third. Okay. You said heat map.
So where's the ball going to be? Where's the
Which,
main area?
Which player's heat map do you want to see?
Let's have a look at Neymar. Actually, let's have a look at Neymar.
Always good. No matter what, you got to talk about it. You can't talk about Brazil and not mention Neymar.
Yeah, so he's kind of sticking to that position, kind of left, kind of wing forward, attacking midfielder kind of thing.
Have you? I haven't seen a lot of great like link up with him and Jesus. Like it hasn't. They're both great players, right? And
Yeah.
You try to find a way to get them both up there, but I'm almost wondering, and I know it's a Liverpool in me, but if maybe Firmino might
Kind of spice things up a little bit
because
more.
Firmino he is happy to play provider. He does it at Liverpool. He doesn't need to score. He doesn't, he loves a layoff as much as he does a shot.
Yeah.
So you almost wonder if that might suit Neymar a little more complimentary.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that they can bring on Firmino. He's proven that he can do the job with Liverpool. I think I would leave Neymar on just for the time being, just to kind
Sure.
of maybe give him a second kind of 20 minutes, and then if he's getting tired, if he's not 100% fit, then bring him on then after that.
I mean, I would bring Firmino in really for Jesus.
Would you really? Yeah.
Just to get him on with Neymar at
Right,
the same
okay.
time. I mean, look at Jesus' heat map. He's supposed to be their lone yet. He's kind of strayed.
He's kind of
left
gone
and
all
right.
over the
He
place,
hasn't-
isn't he? Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. So I think he's kind of coming back, kind of helping out the forwards or the midfield by coming back into play.
Coutinho's stayed pretty close.
He's
close
hung
to
in that
Neymar.
touchline, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit odd for him.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Let's see some of the average positions that kind of confirm what we're seeing here.
Okay.
Start with Brazil. So Willian has been playing on much deeper. You can see it's pretty preferred for Brazil to attack down their left side, right? And Willian is playing more of a support to balance out the other side, prevent counterattacks, and help cover.
And then Allison was the goalkeeper.
That was the name I was thinking.
Oh, Allison.
It was
Yeah.
a female name that started with A.
Oh, right,
My
okay,
apologies
yeah.
to every Amanda.
Amanda, Angelo.
Augusto.
Angela, that's a
Well,
striker's
yeah,
name.
Angela.
Allison's a good goalkeeper name.
Jesus Christ.
But Allison hasn't got too much to do so far anyway. But yeah,
We'll check in a minute. I don't even think he's made a save. Let's look at Switzerland.
so they're kind of more kind of compact, kind of here. Serberovic or how do you pronounce that?
Seferovic?
Seferovic.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, Seferovic.
guessing.
Seth Rogen, bitch.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, he's kind of playing a little bit more kind of deep. He's not really getting up to the kind of forward positions, but I suppose when you're on the kind of back foot most of the time, he needs to kind of come back a little bit more. In terms of Xhaka and Barami, they're kind of sticking to their positions really well.
It's a bit strange to see a number 10 spending most of the time in his own half, right? That's
that's true. Yeah, but I suppose like Xhaka is that kind of defensive midfielder.
defensive number 10.
Yeah, the kind of position he kind of plays for Arsenal. Lichtsteiner, that's interesting. He's really getting up the wing. So they're kind of playing two wing backs really, Rodriguez and Lichtsteiner.
And having Barami and Xhaka hold a bit to
Yeah.
kind of stay home and prevent. I mean, Brazil haven't run riot over them, right? I mean,
They haven't.
if it wasn't for a great strike that kind of came off a rebound,
There was nothing
it's
much else.
It's 0-0, and we're going Switzerland. Wow, really impressive.
Yeah.
Let's see. You want to see his passes, shots? You tell me.
Let's have a look at the shots.
Sure.
What kind of one? Wow, that was it.
I think that's
Pretty good.
per. Let's see.
Or is that for?
Yeah, that was just for.
Okay,
Coutinho.
right. Okay. So 1 on goal, 3 misses. So they have a 100% record. 1 shot, 1 goal. 3 misses, and yeah.
Switzerland, what do you think? Have they even had a shot? Have they had a shot on
But
goal?
they
Yes or
hit
no? Do
a-
you remember seeing a shot on goal?
No.
I do not.
You do
Do you?
not?
Yeah. They hit what's his name's head. Here. This is it here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Thiago's.
Thiago's on the left,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then they put one over, I think, right? It was pretty well over. Nothing really to be too concerned about for Brazil, I imagine.
yeah.
Passing. Switzerland 275 passes. I'm kind of scared to see what Brazil's are.
Wow.
Let's
This
just
looks like a Windows screensaver.
yeah, exactly. Maybe let's start with Casemiro, who's kind of been getting things going a little bit. 28 passes, only 1 didn't reach his man.
So like, he's kind of playing the passes kind of sideways, backwards. There's a few that's kind of going forwards.
You want me to take out sideways? and
Yeah, let's have a look
backwards
at
passes?
let's have a look at that actually. Okay, so when he's getting the ball, he's kind of a lot of the time he's going down towards Neymar,
It's all that left
Coutinho.
side, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The only kind of 2 passes that he made to the right hand side were in the middle of the park. There weren't really too kind of.
You think maybe is he forcing it? Are they forcing a little bit too much on that left? Where as soon as you pick the ball up and you see Coutinho and Neymar, you could be like, oh, I have to go play it. What am I going to do?
Yeah, one thing it might be is that they know that Lichtsteiner is getting on in years. He might have the same legs that they used to have maybe like 10 years ago.
Sure.
They're trying to kind of focus on that, maybe.
Neymar all short.
It's all ticky-tacky 1-2 kind of stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Little layoffs.
Yeah.
I'd suspect Coutinho would be similar. Oh, no, he is pass the ball a bit more.
He has actually, yeah. 3 unsuccessful passes, 34 successful, yeah.
And on Switzerland,
Yeah, how are they doing actually? What's the...
let's look at Xhaka.
Okay.
36. Apparently he's touched the ball a lot more than I noticed, but he's played some long passes too.
He has actually, yeah.
Switches.
So...
That's the one that Shaqiri has so long.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Should we see Shaqiri as well? See if 21 created 1 chance. That was that shot that went over that we saw earlier.
17 successful, 3 unsuccessful. I mean, have you really kind of seen too much of him in the game though? Like, he seems to be
Anonymous.
a little bit, yeah. He does seem to be a little bit anonymous, like, but...
Should we see some of the match stats?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Should we throw it up in the AR? My hands are greasy. TK, are we good?
Yep.
So as we saw earlier, possession.
Switzerland and more, yeah. Surprising with that. Scoring, 0 shots on target. 1 shot on target, so one shot, 1 goal. Yeah, 277 total passes, 279. Wow.
Look at that, though. I mean,
that's interesting.
A little bit better success rate,
Yeah.
right, for Brazil, but that's shocking.
That is shocking, yeah. To have more passes and to have more possession is surprising against a team like Brazil.
And look,
Wow,
final
look at
third
that.
passes as well.
78 versus 63.
I feel like I'm watching a different game almost.
Yeah.
Maybe Switzerland are a little more comfortable. I mean, we did see that Brazil, the majority of the game was played in Brazil's third, but
It
That-
seemed like
It was just that start. That's what's making it look so even. Like Switzerland had the ball for like the first like
15.
7-8 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
put some pressure on.
once they had 1 shot on, we were like, all right, give me that back.
Yeah, we'll take
We'll
that.
take care of this.
You want to pick someone, a player from Brazil, and I'll pick someone from.
I'm going to go for, what about Paulinho? We have a look at Paulinho?
Sure. Should I compare him with maybe Shaka or Barami or?
Barami, yeah, let's
Yeah,
look
we
at
haven't
him.
seen him yet.
Yeah. So Paulinho, Mr. Resurrection himself.
Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Back.
100% pass completion, excellent.
That's subtly impressive.
Out
Right?
of 20 passes, that's why they paid the 40 million for him. 1 shot on target, or sorry, 1 shot on goal. No fouls. Impressive.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me throw Shaka in there. And 2. I mean, the big difference is there's no chances really.
I suppose, like if you were to look at maybe one of the wingers, to have a look at maybe, what about Willian?
Sure.
Comparing with, so he's.
I mean, we saw that was a bit more withdrawn.
Yeah.
He's the more conservative winger. I mean,
yeah.
we know it's not Neymar, right?
But like 71% successful pass rate, I think that's pretty poor. Versus Xhaka, 86%, yeah.
Not bad. Should we compare the strikers?
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. Jesus. Again, pretty poor. 54% successful pass rate versus 67% for Sir Ervich. I just can't say that name. Yeah.
Harry. Speaking of Harry, Harry.
Yeah, let's call him Harry. Yeah,
Harry
let's
up
call him
there.
Harry. Yeah, okay.
We got Harry. We got Angela.
Yeah, yeah.
We got pet names.
Yeah, it's like the Waltons. Goal attempts 1. Yeah, so I mean, again, pretty quiet from both guys.
Why don't we look a little bit at the formations here? We'll keep it in the AR, and we'll see if there's any possible changes that we're looking at. Thank you. So maybe let's start with Brazil.
Okay.
You're Tite. You're the Brazilian manager.
Okay.
Very well-dressed man.
Yeah.
If you're looking to maybe find that second or third, what are you doing here? Are you moving players around? Are you bringing new players in? What's your...
Well, I think looking at those statistics and seeing kind of how bad they were, I would say that Firmino, your guy Firmino,
My boy.
is definitely a player that they should bring on. Jesus, even though like he's done very well for Manchester City this year, he hasn't really done anything special. But to be honest with you, I don't think Brazil need to do much with the team. I don't think they need to change much right now. they're stopping Switzerland from going forward. They're stopping them from kind of creating chances. So for me, I mean, maybe Firmino for Jesus, and then that's it.
I think Jesus' work rate has been good. He's been, running all over.
In France, yeah, you're right. Actually, he has actually been. Yeah, he has been getting back.
But it's almost might be like a chicken with its head cut off type of thing. Maybe they kind of need someone to stay a little more central. Be patient. Let the ball come to them.
Well, maybe that's the issue.
Occupy that space.
Yeah, maybe that's the issue with him, is that he's getting back too much. He's kind of helping out too much, where he should actually be kind of just up there. He should be kind of in his role as a poacher, as a striker, rather than kind of being like a forward.
Sure. Switzerland, your boy. I know who
Harry.
You want to see. Tell me about him.
Embolo, yes. So Embolo, great striker, very pacey kind of a guy. I reckon he could do a lot of damage. Again, he's up against one of the best defences in the world, though. But I think for him, he can make a difference here.
You would go.
Harry's gone. Look to Harry.
You would go Embolo straight swap for Harry.
Straight away. Yeah, there we go.
Any change in positioning here? Anything with Shaqiri, or do you at some point, if you're still 0-0, do you say, all right, Barami and Xhaka, we don't need you to hold. Liechtensteiner, we know he's going forward.
Yeah.
But
like 15 minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, I go, right, Shaqiri, maybe come up here. Zuber, maybe come up here. And then get a pack in midfield here. So Xhaka here, this guy here. And maybe just keep him there. Lichtsteiner back here. Rodriguez, this up a little bit more there. So that's maybe with 10 minutes to go. Just to kind of really
force the issue.
Really, like it's now or never kind of at this point now. That's the kind of his tactic here. But I mean, yeah.
It could work. At some point too, you figure maybe they kind of cut off the supply where we saw Casemiro is around this. Casemiro is around this area trying to play the ball out.
Yeah.
Towards Neymar, towards Coutinho. If you can cut them off from getting it, maybe even better. Xhaka's he loves to tackle.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Switzerland are actually doing okay. Like they're not doing too badly. But it's the second half about to start, or it's already started.
Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to it. A9, thank you so much for that sub, buddy. Appreciate that, pal. 12 months. Legend.
Switzerland again. Look fairly comfortable on the ball. I'm not.
That's the thing. Like, they're not doing badly, but in order for them to kind of change the game, they're going to have to change it up with the next 25 minutes or so, I'd say.
Do they have the players? Do they have the personnel to really change their style around that much? Or you're saying it doesn't matter, just if you're desperate, then you do. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Exactly, yeah.
Jamel, where do you usually watch games when you're watching? You're a watch at home guy, you like to be out in a bar, you like to be with people, you like to be in a man cave, a bat cave?
I guess it's a version of a bat cave, a very sad bat cave. I just watch games alone at the crib. It's hard for me to find people to watch with.
Yeah.
I gotta go out to the bars for the next round of games. I've never really had the bar game experience.
Really? I guess you aren't haunting bars at 10 a.m.
I don't know. Something about getting drunk.
Not an alcoholic. Huh?
Something about getting drunk before the sun goes down freaks me out.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
But I gotta get in there.
Yeah.
I gotta just get over that. What am I afraid of?
Like, what time do bars kind of open here?
They open early for the games.
Do
for
they?
Sure.
Do they? Yeah. Okay.
What, like after lunch? 5?
Yeah. Or if it's like a place, maybe like 11, they might open. Again, for a lot of matches, it's like, well, great, I can watch the last 15 minutes. Thanks, guys.
But there's some spots where you could just get straight up trashed in the city. You ever heard the Drawing Room?
Open at 5 a.m., is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like
Oh
open
yeah,
at
we have a
5.
few of those places. Yeah,
No
Dublin, yeah.
food on the menu. It's like $6 well drinks. all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there once at 5 a.m. when I was a little younger, and it was this whole we're gonna stay out all night, and then we're gonna go open it up, and like it's like cool, and you go to, it's almost feels like an after-hours exclusive thing, and then you go there, and it's like the saddest thing you've ever seen, and you don't feel that cool anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the people who are there, not because it's like a fun thing to do, but
Yeah.
because that's what they do, and you're like, oh, go.
Maybe.
Oh, what a goal! Wow!
Oh!
Wow,
Zuber! Who was man marking him?
Wow.
Zuber, new Uber for animals.
Wow.
Did not see that one coming.
What happened there?
Allison. Toot toot!
Oh man, flexed.
Shit, you just scored against Brazil, son. Dude, yeah.
One shot on target. Here we go. Oh, defenders. Dudes, what are you doing? Who was that?
That was, I think, Danilo, maybe? No.
A little
Okay.
baby push in the back, but hey, come on, you got to mark him.
A little.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did.
That's
a
not-
little. Oh, he did. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hey,
get the VAR right. Get the
it was
VAR
Are they
right.
going to?
it was still too easy for him to be moved.
He shouldn't. Yeah, he shouldn't have that much space, even though he was pushed.
They're
Because there
saying.
should be someone else on him as well.
He got a little push, but you got to step up.
Oh, he's going to VAR. What?
No, no way.
I think he's saying, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay.
wow.
But yeah, those bars that that open up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know the way if you go to a nightclub or whatever, or we got a nightclub but discotheque, whatever you want to call them, and then after that you go to another bar, like we call it like an early house.
Early house.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
spend some time in an early
And
house.
then you're thinking, why did I not just go home?
Yeah.
Then you rock out at like 6 a.m. You're like, oh yeah, taxi, just bring me home.
And your whole day is destroyed.
Oh damn,
Now look at him.
they hurt us.
Casemiro. It's a little bit embarrassing if you're Brazil, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. But I mean, they haven't really kind of been playing well. But I suppose like Switzerland have been doing a job where they've kind of just been kind of stopping Brazil, without having too much kind of creativity. But like, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect from a team of that ability? They have a few decent players, but no kind of world class players. She's really good in the game.
Wow.
It's good. Ooh, is he
Aw.
offside?
He is, right? No? How old is Liechtenstein now? I feel like Arsenal just went and got him, but I feel like he's maybe past his sell-by date. 30,
Who?
what are you guessing? Liechtenstein. What do you guess his age? Give me your guess.
I would say he's 34.
I feel like he's a little older than that.
Is he?
Let's see.
No, 32.
He's 34 exactly.
Oh, is he?
Come
Okay,
on,
yeah,
you knew the whole time. You told me,
Well, I don't know, but
maybe
yeah.
34. 34.
Is he? Do you reckon he's a good player for Arsenal though? If he's 34, he's a wing back, and that's kind of a pacey kind of position.
I haven't seen him lose per se. He's a little bit of that ageless kind of, I know some big compliment, that Cafu, Zanetti, like he just still a fullback no matter what the age type.
But yeah, I think I suppose if he is kind of more defensive minded, kind of right back or wing back, whatever you want to call it, maybe he might have maybe 2 years
Couple more.
at that level.
Could. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a strange signing though.
Yeah, I mean, what do you reckon of the manager, the new manager of Arsenal, Emery?
I think
Are you impressed by him or?
I'll really have to see what he does now with Arsenal, and now that allegedly he has money to spend, can actually build a team. And you'd hope he does, right? What new manager is handcuffed like that at a big club, right?
Apparently he has 100 million to spend, sorry, not 100 million, 50 million to spend on players, which in today's kind of market is very little. So
You could get maybe 3
you
guys.
could probably get maybe 2 guys at a certain level, at a Arsenal kind of level. But those kind of players that he would bring in for that kind of money wouldn't be able to kind of make the team better, in my opinion.
Sure.
But he's a decent record, for Seville when he was manager there, for PSG. But yeah.
I mean, what I really want to know is, did Arsene Wenger, did he have money to spend, or did they really tell him no? I almost feel like it was like it's his ego that I can do it by unearthing these gems and.
I thought the same.
strange
I thought the
places.
same. But I think he didn't have the money that you would expect him to have. I thought he was a little bit stingy. Like he was just like, oh no, we don't need any new players at all. But it was just the fact that they didn't actually want. It's the kind of structure that they have in the club. Is that they don't want to spend too much money on players. They want to develop players through the youth academy and then bring those players up to the first team. But if they don't spend money, I can't see them kind of competing for the title. If you look at the teams that have spent money, like Man City and Chelsea,
Sure.
you kind of need to spend big.
Nowadays, you can't. The Man United class of '96, or like you can't do that anymore because now in this day and age, people find out about them when they're teenagers and they come in and offer them big money.
Exactly.
You have to spend. It's not possible anymore. You can't keep a good young talent hidden.
Exactly.
Until they're all ready at the same time.
Sure, look at Messi. I mean, Messi was brought over, and his family were brought over to Spain from Argentina at the age of like 12 or 13.
I heard they signed him on like a napkin because they were so worried that if they didn't get anything signed that day and went to the office and came back, someone else would come in. So they're just let's sign something right here.
Yeah. So like, I just wish that we could produce players that are like that. But those kind of players are only kind of one in a generation.
Sure.
Ronaldo, kind of Messi, and all those kind of players. Who would you think, would be like the best player of all time, considering everything? Like, would Messi or Ronaldo be up there?
They're in the conversation. You can't ignore them. From purely statistical goal scoring records, goals win games. We know that. Without the World Cup, I feel like they do need to.
Go on.
Here it comes.
Oh.
Again.
Oh.
How many more?
And again, nice.
Well,
All right, go on. In the box. Yes. Lovely.
Easy.
Nice. Oh,
Dang.
bad, man.
You better ask for a corner after that.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah, it's terrible.
yeah, just maybe a little jealousy.
Yeah, well, it could be, yeah.
You like Marcelo? You think he's a good player? You think he's a little overrated, or?
Marcelo, he's the first choice for Real Madrid, so I think he's been there for the last 2 years or so.
That should tell you something.
Yeah, I think that's.
There you go.
Oh, got a corner.
They push you, you push them back, right?
Exactly,
Give
yeah,
them a little
yeah.
shove.
Absolutely.
Rodriguez, where do we say he was? Milan?
AC
Or
Milan,
left back?
yeah. He's their kind of key kind of player,
Talk about a club that have been so confusing lately, like Milan.
Milan. What's going on,
I don't know.
I think they have money again. I think they're starting to kind of reinvest in players. But during the '90s, remember the team they had during the '90s?
Even in 2006,
Oh, that's
2007
right.
when the
Yeah.
Champions League final.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. That was
Maldini,
Nesta,
all
Seedorf,
yeah.
all those guys.
Yeah,
Cafu. That was a team.
right, Pauline. Oh,
Where's Paulinho? That's his job.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Right, go on. Oh, good defending by Switzerland. I have to give them credit.
It feels a little reminiscent of the Mexico-Germany.
It does, doesn't it?
right?
Actually, yeah.
Switzerland
100%.
are defending, but they seem okay with it.
Yeah. Ref. That's Harry.
Harry. Harry loves a tackle. He loves a challenge.
He loves to get involved. Yeah. This is Fernandinho now, is it, for Man City?
Getting ready. Yeah, that's maybe a little interesting.
McGrath 17. Hey buddy, how you doing? Shower Cap, George, thank you very much for the host as well earlier on, and Vardy Party.
Vardy party, I like that.
Yeah.
I hope there's a Vardy party tomorrow.
Oh yeah, with England, yeah.
Not even just for England, just for Jamie Vardy, because his story is
His story
so
is
great.
fantastic, like, yeah.
It's so great. Especially because he's still he hasn't changed his image really, or whatever you want to call it.
He doesn't care, like,
No.
he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, like. What is he now, 31 years of age? I reckon this is probably going to be his last World Cup. But he's the kind of player, like, who can change games.
He's so fast.
He's so quick, like, yeah, and he's kind of nearly like the opposite to Harry Kane as well. Where Harry Kane is out and out kind of striker. He's more of a pacey kind of poacher.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see who starts for England tomorrow. Actually, they're going to play a 3-2-3. Oh, no, it's a 5 at the back, but they're playing 2 kind of wing backs.
Do we need a calculator?
Yeah, we do actually.
If it's not 4-4-2, then I have to go into
yeah.
the tank for a minute.
Oh,
Let me just plug it into Excel and Fernandinho's on.
Yeah, but they're going to play 3 kind of central defenders, 2 wing backs, a couple in midfield, and then 3 guys up top. So they're going to play a lot more kind of down the wings.
I mean, Vardy and Sterling, I would assume, why not? Or Dele Alli going to play a...
Yeah, it's going to be between like Eric Dyer and Henderson in terms of that kind of defensive midfield. And then Sterling and Lingard, possibly, and then Harry Kane up front. But they might rest players because...
You think you rest your first game, even
Yeah,
in Tunisia?
he'll definitely change. Gareth Southgate will definitely change his formation or his team for the Panama match, because they're playing against Belgium in the last game, and there's 100% he's going to change the players that he has in the second game. So we'll probably see Vardy starting in the Panama match, I'd say.
Yeah, a little rotation. Jamel, you've grown up, or you're from Mid-Atlantic area, is that right?
Yeah. I'm from Virginia, DC, the suburbs.
Nation
DC.
to Dubacook.
One time. See ya. Yeah, moved out here a couple years ago. Almost 2, to be exact.
Oh,
like,
really?
It was like end of May.
Nice.
16.
Traded in the ABC stores for...
Yeah, just booze anywhere.
yeah, just drawing room 5 a.m.
Yeah, back east they have like these like kind of strict like alcohol rules. Like you can only get hard liquor from like state-run stores.
Okay.
That's what they do in Virginia.
Right.
But you can get beer at the gas station. You can get beer anywhere.
So hard liquor is kind of like what? Whiskey and
Yeah.
vodka.
Breakfast,
Okay, right,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
How often you perform around LA? Or you use mostly stand up? You sketch? What's
I'm doing a lot of stand up. I guess I'm out there like a couple times a week, and I got a monthly thing. It's actually a baseball show.
Oh
so
yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
No, bring it up. Tell us
There's
about
a thing
it.
called On Deck, and it's like in Hollywood at Blue Rooster Art Supplies.
Okay.
I'm on Hollywood, and second Saturday every month, put on a show, and it's like team stand-up. So there's 2 teams of 3 comedians, and each team does 30 minutes as a group. And
Is it like comedy sports? You remember that?
well, it's not, because that's more of like improv and sketch stuff.
Okay.
It's like 3 comics. You just come do your jokes, and you tell one joke at a time. So like, let's say it's us 3,
Yeah.
and we're like a batting order.
Yeah.
So then I go first, you're second, you're third.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 judges, me and the co-host, 3, 2 other co-hosts. We score each joke like it's baseball.
Okay.
So like a good joke's a single, better
Single.
joke's a double,
Okay.
great joke's a home run.
Right, okay.
And we're just like so each time around is an inning, and we put it on the scoreboard like that. But it's not like baseball in the sense that we're not making you switch sides after each inning. You just do 30 minutes as a group, and it's actually 27, but we allow for stoppage time because it's also a little bit of soccer as well, thrown in there, a little respect.
Appreciate that.
And yeah, just go out, have a good time.
Do you ever get any like 8 Mile mom spaghetti choke artists? Is that ever heard?
Rare, if at all, rare. And honestly, if a joke tanks, like other people on the teams have done a good job of like acknowledging it, like, oh, that joke was terrible. And then like the crowd will laugh at them just talking about this bad joke that someone told. So it's like, the point is to laugh, so we're not too hard on dudes. Like, nobody's ever struck out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Well, you almost gave him a wedgie. It's like pulling them all the way down the field.
Yeah. Grabbing a hold of Neymar. He really wanted to swap shirts with him after, so he figured he'd get a head start.
Get a piece in.
Exactly, yeah.
How long you been in LA?
32 years.
We're from here?
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, born and raised.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Congratulations for just making it through these hot-ass summers.
I went back east for college in the Northeast, and I froze. I decided that I'm warm weather only.
No, you kind of had it right. I do secretly, I feel LA's weather is a little overrated.
Yeah.
Just because it's like not.
It gets cold at night, and like it's not.
Yeah, it gets actually cold. You'll be for real cold, and it's like rainy, and like the city isn't ready for rain.
Never.
Like this town couldn't handle 15 days of rain.
No.
Like last December,
like
it
the
was
purge. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess, man. There were like sinkholes, like people were dying and shit, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And like the flood, the highway will flood. Like you're on the 101 and you can't.
They didn't really think of this.
Yeah,
they
weren't ready for any form of rainfall. And then, like, 6 months after that, there's a fucking mountain on fire behind your house.
This is, yeah. Oof. William.
It's actually quite is that normal? Like, is this for this time of the year, or?
Yeah, a little bit, like through June. And then it'll start to get hot earlier. But generally, it gets pretty cold at night, no matter what time of year.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, it got a little bit of a desert sort of vibe. But then, like, once it's noon, you're on fire.
Yeah. Especially here in the valley, gets a bit warm.
Yeah, it's like the clouds burn off every day at like around 10 a.m. And then it'll be 108.
Real quick. God's country, though, huh? I see.
Yeah, it ain't bad. We got to get this guy a breakfast burrito. Have you had a breakfast burrito yet?
No.
Oh my God.
I've been probably the worst.
What?
Worst host you could possibly be.
There's a spot 2 blocks up. I'm going there right after this. I'm not like saying we have to do that.
No, where the
it's like a corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
Yeah. Everyone's giving thumbs up. Yeah. Nice guys too, though.
Everybody knows. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Gotta hit Corner Cottage.
That's right walking distance around.
Yeah, I also get my car worked on around the corner. One time for Art in Arbo over there at Art's Auto Care. Gang, gang.
Ding. First sponsor.
Yeah, you got to come through. I need a deal on some brake work, guys. So hopefully this plug pays dividends.
You like the traffic out here? It doesn't faze you?
Traffic in DC also sucks, so it's kind of whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but Renato Augusto came on for Paulinho.
Oh, did he really?
Almost feel like he's really, really sold on the idea of keeping some sort of kind of obscure, possibly overrated player in that role. Not ready to bring on another big name yet. Little mic trouble?
Yeah.
You feeling a little shy?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here.
Man, I wish I had a good Irish accent to do at this point, just to sub in.
I mean, if you've seen Braveheart, you could probably try and sneak a Scottish in and team up on the English. It's always good fun.
I can't do any voices from Braveheart, but I am willing to take a sword up the butt
the old stunts, yeah.
for the production. Uh-oh.
Oh, what was your chance for your second?
Curled out.
He did the hard part. The hard part was,
Yeah, I know.
bringing that down, and then he just.
Damn.
The longer this stays 1-1, though.
I know. I wish I had said it in the first half. I had this feeling like.
You're gonna claim that now?
Well, no,
I was
no.
thinking it.
No,
didn't say
I was
it,
just
but-
all I was thinking was if Brazil doesn't get the second one in this first half, it's still a game. Because it looked like they would. You know, they
Yeah.
kind of were controlling the whole second half, and it's
We-
like, all right.
We thought it was already sort of the story was
Yeah.
written a bit here. Change for Switzerland coming on.
Subbed out for a guy a foot taller than the guy who just came off.
Who was it that came off?
23.
Shaqiri?
No, was it Shaqiri?
Did he look like a little thumb?
Little dude? Yeah.
That's Shaqiri.
Did he come off? Did he?
Oh, no. Okay, Shaqiri was just talking to
I
him.
think he came over for a little
Yeah,
sip
just
of
he
water.
just gave him a little high five.
Smoking a pancake.
11 is actually who's going off.
Barami.
Rami, yeah, he's one of the kind of older guys on the team.
Oh, yeah.
More experienced. More
Yeah.
experienced, I think is the word.
His hair does look a little day. Looks a little 90s.
It does.
With that
Yeah.
hair, yeah.
Looks like he's going for an audition
Yeah.
for NSYNC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
A little late Gavin Rosdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one has the heart to tell Grandpa that his style is kind of corny now. Did we sort you out? Can we hear you now?
Yeah, I think you can hear me
Damn it! I
live
was
and well.
trying my best to mute you.
I
just
know,
to-
yeah. Can't shut him up.
I tried. I tried so hard. Harry's down. He's not happy. Brazil are playing on, though, huh?
Hey, Courts. How you doing? Can't believe you're in LA. That's crazy. I know, it's crazy. Absolutely brilliant experience so far with Sevi and Jamal.
And yesterday you said you slept for about 12 hours?
Yeah, so I got home and I went to bed. I think it was like I got some food, went to bed, and I slept until like 7 a.m. So I slept for maybe like 15 hours or so. Yeah. I just got all of the jet lag out of me. I just got it all out.
Oh, yeah. When'd you land?
On Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday,
He
yeah.
was holding that jet lag for a
Yeah,
long time.
yeah. No, I was though.
Finally let it go.
I hadn't slept at all, and then I got up at 3 a.m. to watch the France-Australia before, like so. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone told you, but Los Angeles, there's actually quite a few things you could do instead of sleeping for 15 hours.
Oh, really? Come on now.
If you like getting out and about, I don't know. Maybe you're more of a you like being in like Jamel's sad man cave type.
Yeah.
I know, I will see a bit of LA over the next couple of weeks. Like.
Check this out.
What's Burbank like? I mean, is
It's mostly media.
Is
like,
it?
like Disney?
Okay.
Disney's here.
Yeah, a lot
Right.
of production stuff out here.
is there a zoo beside here?
LA Zoo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not too far.
That's not too far,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's
out
like
here.
15 minutes.
You're a big zoo guy?
No, because
Uber?
no,
Yeah,
in
get the Zuber.
Super. Yeah, I'll get to see.
You were looking at a map?
I saw something on the map.
Yeah, I don't know if you're flying out of LAX or Burbank.
LAX.
Yeah, guys, I was about to say they probably don't do international at Burbank, but man, it's like night and day.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Burbank Airport is such a pleasant experience, bro.
Yeah.
It just seems like everybody's happy to
Ooh.
see you when you show up.
Penalty?
It's got to be a penalty.
Nah.
Ref is having none of it.
Jesus is
He's
not-
praying to Jesus.
Okay, full hug.
Oh, come.
We have a full hug.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't,
I don't know.
It's hard to fall that way, like making yourself do it. You know, like that's
Yeah. Because he had his arm wrapped around him and he tried to shake free. So that's him spinning off. The way he falls is on him for trying to escape. Does he hit him with a
push
knee?
him though, or something on the way out?
He like hugged him and then hit him with a knee, I thought it was. But then I guess there's a little bit of a flop, right?
He definitely made a little more of it, but I'm surprised I didn't even have a look. It looked like Firmino is finally getting ready to come on too.
Oh.
Too much.
Too much.
A little heavy. Almost got it right back.
17 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago. Okay. You can see that they're stepping it up a little bit now. They know that they need the 3 points here. Oof.
This isn't the Brazil we were expecting, was it?
No. But like as I was saying, like Germany, poor. France have been poor.
Yeah.
Spain were okay.
Yeah.
They didn't win though.
No.
And now Brazil are drawing against Switzerland.
Argentina.
Poor. Yeah.
Uruguay barely snuck that out.
So if you were to look at who have been the best kind of performing team so far, Mexico definitely number 1 or 2, I'd say.
Belgium yet to play, maybe could.
I can't wait to see Belgium play. Actually, I'm really looking forward to see Belgium play.
Maybe even England tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, well, listen. Yeah, well, I think they will beat Tunisia. If they don't, there's going to be a lot of trouble in the UK or in England. But Shaqiri, he doesn't look like a footballer. He doesn't look like a kind of winger.
He looks like an American football player.
He
He looks like a tiny
little fullback or something, or
a wrecking ball.
yeah. Whoa.
Oh, nothing.
Brazil finally playing down the right side. That's nice to see.
Yeah, they're giving Willian a bit more of
He's a top
time
player,
of the ball.
right?
Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's had an okay season for Chelsea. There was actually talk of him moving to Manchester United. If you're a United fan, I'd love to hear that, but
I find the Man United
oh, come on,
Chelsea transfer business so like Mata and Matic. Like I come from the old school where it's like you don't sell
don't
your
go
direct
to,
rivals.
yeah.
It's just you don't do it, right?
Yeah, I think the issue with Matic going to United was that they were looking for money. Like they didn't see that he had a lot more years left in him at that level, so they wanted to kind of cash in on him while he was worth X amount.
Sure.
But in terms of like selling players to your rival clubs, yeah, I don't know. Tevez going to, was it Man United from Man City, or was it the other way around? It was from Man United to Man City.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like.
That was strange. Veron, Juan Sebastian Veron, remember him? He went to Chelsea from he flopped at Man United, and Chelsea were like, yeah, you know what? We'll take a gamble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Didn't really learn their lesson.
They were. Oh, great save. Good hands. Good hands.
But like, that wasn't an open look. He had two defenders. There's some deep. It wasn't.
He
You never
shouldn't have
run
shot
up.
now. In fairness, yeah, he had a big run up there. He should have maybe kind of looked for players on the other wings.
Yeah.
That's frustration. You know. That's
Yeah.
just why aren't we winning this game?
Yeah.
Here we go. Break with speed.
But I mean, if you look at Brazil's qualifications to the World Cup, like they were the first team to qualify because they won all their games, and they only conceded like 6 or something
great.
like in the process, like. But I suppose it's like with these tournaments, like it's a different ball game because they're playing so many games one after another.
It's not drawn out over the course
Months,
of.
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So it really kind of puts pressure on the players to perform. Did I know what's to do yet, Courts? I'm really good. 1-1 wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. You think that Brazil will be winning this?
I think they still got one in them.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's something.
Here it
there.
is. Here's the man.
Here's
Bobby
Firmino.
Firmino.
Here we go.
He knows where the net is. Where do we got a spot where we can get in-game odds, like spot? You know what I mean? Like, what are the odds now of Firmino scoring? That's what I want to know.
Next goal scorer. Okay, we can look at that.
I'm sure there's someone out there that would be happy to service our any question like that, right?
Our gambling needs.
Yeah. Someone at the drawing room knows a guy who knows a guy who can.
What's the story with betting over here? So you can't. They are legalizing it though, aren't they?
Yeah,
But
it's
not
coming
yet.
around.
It's not yet though. Okay, right. Okay.
But everybody's just like, there's a bunch of sites. You just have to like go through like a third party, and then like technically their offices are in like goddamn Antigua.
Yeah,
and then
somewhere
you have to like
offshore.
wait,
Okay.
weeks for a check to be sent back to you.
Okay, so the odds on the next goal scorer, Neymar is 5-1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. Actually, no goal scorer is 8-11. So it's
Oh.
actually odds on.
Wow. Your boy's coming on in Bolo.
Ah, here we go. Come on now.
Refresh that in about 12 seconds or so. And let's see what your boy's got.
Gabriel Jesus is 5-1. Firmino is 9-1, which I don't think is a bad little bet.
9-1.
Although there's only 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 minutes, but I figure Brazil at least
Put a
three
burrito on it for
more.
me.
Oh,
Put a burrito down
whoa,
on that for me.
we're going high
Going for
stakes
me,
now.
yeah.
Here we go. High rollers.
Maybe make that half a burrito.
You want to have? Okay, fine. Chips? Does it include chips?
I got all your chip needs here. Chips, grapes, animal crackers.
Oh shit, you got grapes?
Oh
We'll
yeah,
get
I
into
got
that
in
in
the
a second.
fridge.
Yay.
Got grapes. Who was it that came off for Firmino to come on?
Was it
It was Jesus.
Gabriel? Yeah.
Yeah. I like to see him score too. Obviously, just it's fun. I enjoy goals like Liverpool players, but also shake it up a little bit. Make Tite question next match. Well, did
Who should
Jesus
start,
do
like-
enough in this match from what you've seen for him to for sure start the next?
I think the point that you made earlier on is that like he's doing a lot of kind of groundwork. He's getting back. He's supporting. He's been doing that well, but he hasn't been maybe getting the chances. Ooh. Wasn't a bad effort, but I would have probably brought it in a little bit more.
Yeah, he's scored one like that for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But that's almost a curse because now he always thinks that
He can do
he
that.
can
like.
just rip that volley and it's going to.
Here's another thing: is that ball? Is that the same kind of ball as?
No,
But in certain, like how, like is it different? Is it a different design, or is it a different kind of
it's
Different texture?
Yeah, it's
dimensions, or not dimensions, but like how it's made?
consistency
Consistency
and
and
like
all
the
that kind of
weight
stuff,
and the
Because this cup's in Russia, I think everything is like hinky.
yeah.
Like they've
right?
done something weird to the balls. It's Deflate Gate.
It's
all
everything.
it's
Everything
everything.
is for sale, right? Like
Yeah,
for,
it's all-
for a price. You can. What ball do you want to play with?
The mascot
yeah.
is fucking with the balls before
Yeah.
the game. I know it. Zabivaka, my favorite.
He's great.
I love that wolf.
Did you see Vladimir Putin in the opening match with all of his gesticulation?
Yeah.
Very unsettling.
It's like, come on, man. Yeah, he looks like a Bond villain.
He actually
Look-
does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like.
Like he
looks
is like a Bond villain.
Don't tell me MI5 isn't.
Yeah,
You know,
he's got a golden elbow that
Yeah.
nobody's seen. Something gold in him.
a little cat somewhere that he
Easily.
But I mean, as long as Russia keeps winning 5-0, I guess we're going to keep seeing a lot of.
Yeah, I didn't. Man, I mean, I knew their group was pretty soft. They kind of, softest group ever, essentially.
When you saw the draw, you're going, FIFA. All right, you guys overcame all that corruption. Now you're clean. Oh no.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, really? You're not even going to throw someone else in there? Not even going to pretend?
But the thing is, like before the tournament, like Russia were supposed to be like the worst Russian
Terrible.
team, and they were supposed to perform really bad. Oh, look at this! They're still on the ball. It's not.
And he won it.
Here he
Shaqiri.
is. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. He can just beat one player. Look, he's pulling him back to get space. That's genius.
Oh, he
That
tried to do
Elastico wasn't
Oh
though.
no, he tried to do
Oh.
Fail.
Try to do that Elastico against Brazil. Come on.
Yeah.
He invented that shit. But I did like that, though. He knew he needed space, so he pulled it back.
Yeah. You got to try.
You got to try,
Exactly.
I guess.
Much like Michael McDonald said, you got to try.
You got to.
Thank you for the host courts. Appreciate it. Too much.
They're forcing it now.
Close.
They just got to relax a little bit. Just play their game.
A great ball. Isn't Bolo now? Come on. Oh.
That
Great defending. Great defending.
there wasn't much guile in that, was there? You just kind of tried to run past him a little. Is he a speed merchant in Bolo? Is that
Yeah,
kinda
he's quick. Like I thought he'd be a little bit kind of stronger than that, but I mean, who was that? Marquinhos, who kind of
no slouch, right?
exactly, yeah. The pressure's on Brazil now. I mean,
Sure, you got to score. You got to win.
Here
come
we
on.
go. Don't shoot it. Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
too much. Ooh.
Was it a heavy touch or was the pass a little heavy?
Yeah, I don't think either was great.
Yeah.
Ah.
Look at Switzerland now. Look at Switzerland.
Switzerland are not afraid here. Wow. Oof.
This is great.
Fortunate.
Neymar's coming so deep to get the ball.
That's lovely, yeah. Go on. No.
Oh.
Who was that?
There we go.
He got bailed out.
Pick
There
him
it
up.
is. Shaka.
Pick him up by both
Yeah.
legs.
Took him a minute, but hey, how's it going, Neymar? Granted Shaka here. It's too deep to score from this, though, right?
Yeah, it's too far.
Liechtensteiner. That's a veteran move. Stretching out the
Brazilians
old
look worried,
hamstring.
don't they? They look like, what's going on here?
They
We're
sh-
not winning.
They should.
This is football. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Come on now. The Swiss are just happy to be there, I think. Like, we're actually in a game here with Brazil.
Yeah, I don't know anything about like
Switzerland.
the Swiss state of mind. Like Brazil, you know, it's like very dance.
They are probably
Carnival.
they are probably on cloud nine right now. They're
Yeah.
probably going, we're actually drawing with Brazil here.
The chocolate factory's all closed.
Sold out of Toblerones.
So- on a related note, I do think Swiss cheese is terrible.
You want to
With the holes in it, like
If I was to like pick teams based on cheeses, I gotta go Denmark.
You're
Havarti's top shelf.
Ooh. I don't even eat cheese. I know it's a bit blasphemous with.
I mean, you've been in LA long enough to give
I
up
get
dairy.
it.
This seems fair.
I'll eat meat though.
The whole vegan thing seems to be taking off. I reckon it's massive in LA, is it? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Thing
There's
is,
like a whole vegan side of town.
Is
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
It's like-
the thing is, a lot of the like trendy vegans, or whatever, you know, they'll do their yoga, they'll do their vegan, and then make some very questionable lifestyle choices in
Okay.
other areas. Where
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
like, what?
Oh, straight at him. Neymar should be doing a lot better there.
Yeah,
Has-
gotta work on
has
that
to.
hair,
Yeah,
man.
down to the
Gotta.
side, not
I think.
straight at him.
I think the hair is an issue in his performance.
It slipped off that hair, didn't it?
It's getting in his eyes, I
If he had
think.
a
Yeah.
proper buzz cut, he's
Couple
banging
of-
that
yeah.
in.
Like, he's a multi-millionaire. Would you not think that he's going to get a better haircut than that? I mean, come on now.
The problem with multimillionaire, you know what it is? First off, athletes are athletes, so they've spent their whole life kind of like working on this craft and not really learning how to get dressed.
Right, okay.
And so I think a lot of these dudes can be convinced of things.
They think, or they see
Yeah.
one other guy doing, they go, "I'm doing that."
I'm gonna do that.
Like NBA, whenever they come to the arena now, and it's like you're wearing a romper. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, like my friend is making rompers now.
Yeah. Okay.
I said I'd do him a favor.
Woo! Here
Wow.
comes Switzerland.
Go on,
Shaqiri. Now he's got the ball.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hold up. Why are you holding up?
What?
Oh. pretty far.
You tiny muscular man.
You know the nipples are actually on the jersey. That's not even.
Those are molded.
Yeah.
Molded in nipples.
like Batman's bat suit that has like the abs built in.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they put
Oh,
the nipples on
sick.
already.
Shaqiri looks like a dude I would see, like the kind of guy who picks a fight at like a karaoke night at a bar.
He's that guy?
Yeah, just
He's
like
that guy, yeah.
that stature, very small.
It's a kind of
very
like small
built.
man
Walks
syndrome.
in,
like.
goes,
Yeah,
You call
yeah.
like,
I can beat up all these guys. All right,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
wants some?
Yeah.
He's not stepping in the bouncer outside a popular nightclub. He's waiting for
Yeah. Somebody to sing a song he doesn't like.
He's waiting for trivia night. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll take that crowd.
Trivia night, you'd be surprised if some of those.
You get some muscle in there.
It gets a little competitive.
I reckon when someone goes up to the stage and sings Shakira, Hips Don't Lie, he's not really
He's
too
like,
impressed
yeah.
with it. Like, he's like, you taking the piss out of me or what?
Yeah, you.
All
That's so
right,
funny.
this is a good chance. Maybe Thiago Silva or
Oh,
something.
it's
clean!
Oh, what a save! What a save!
Oh my goodness!
You
Almost
said Sommer,
fell
he's a
to
good
his
keeper.
feet.
Yeah, he's decent. Like.
He's in Germany, right?
Plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach.
All the best keepers.
All the best keepers come from there. They're actually called BNB.
Firmino.
Sarajevic? Seferovic?
Harry Seth. Wow. Good header by Firmino, though.
There you go.
Just needed to be a little wider.
Additional time was 5 minutes right.
Good. FIFA
So,
knows
yeah.
what's up.
They got two more for real chances.
You think two? Two good chances?
Or, well, maybe three. Depends on. I mean, I guess it depends on this one.
Here it comes.
Nice.
At the immense-
Nice.
Oh
How
my
do you put that
God.
wide?
Dude, how do you miss?
Miranda.
Miranda.
Oh,
Could have been
man.
Angela.
Gotta play like Samantha on that
Yeah.
one, man. You gotta.
You gotta go for it. Set up nice, control it nice.
Yeah,
Damn.
He just clunked it, didn't he? Like, yeah.
I mean, you didn't have time, but
The amount of red shirts in the way, though.
So it's
was
almost
incredible.
a perfect shot. You know what I mean? Like
hitting it
to
down,
get
it's
through
right.
all of those guys.
Tito's not happy. Look at him.
That dude, yeah, he looks like he's been going through a lot during this game.
He aged a couple of years.
Yeah,
This.
he seemed drunk at the beginning of the game. Like just the way he was blinking. He seemed a little off. Yeah, that
Keep it together, man.
kind of, yeah.
You got this.
Still better than Maradona.
The Brazilian fans. Oh. You kind of feel bad for them, though, because they take this so seriously. Whereas, like, not all of Switzerland would probably get behind this team. That's what I like about the South American teams, is that, like, the
It
whole
means
it
something
means
to
so much to them.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, it's great to see them do well, because then you see the fans and how they react, and, you know, the joy in their faces when they actually win.
Yeah, you think that guy who cried with the fake trophy
Oh,
when
he
they
did.
lost the jersey, you think
yeah.
he's there?
He's
yeah.
actually
The team
dead.
should have flown him out.
Bad news, he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, he was
a
the
cool
dude.
guy. I remember when he gave the trophy to one of the girls who was beside him.
Oh yeah.
Lovely moment, yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's a
great.
lovely
It's
moment.
like, you deserve this.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
How do you know these things?
Listen, I know a lot of things. A lot of things.
Now I'm a little worried. How do you do that? If that's not on the news, I might have to call the police. Still waiting for one more good chance, right? Maybe two? You got about 2 minutes.
I reckon one more go. That's all they have.
I'm shocked by this. I don't know.
Like, the results today have been, like, really shocking. Germany, they'll potentially drawn to Switzerland here.
Serbia beating Costa Rica, maybe.
They just call
Yeah, I think
Expected.
Serbia have a decent enough team. Like, a few good players, so maybe that's not as shocking as these. What would happen if Switzerland just booted the ball up and secured it all back? All back. Right, last time.
Oh.
Free.
That's not a foul.
Wow.
That would be
Why would you try?
It's kind of like the Ronaldo effect is rubbing off on Neymar. Like he gets a free kick and then he gives out to the linesman after giving the free kick.
It's a bit of entitlement, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is he dribbling down the line? I guess he can beat two guys, sure.
Oh, look
He's
at
trying to
this.
do it himself.
Oh.
No.
No. Well, I mean, come
There it
on.
is.
Is that a free
Free
kick?
kick.
Oh, okay.
Who takes? Does you let Neymar take it, or do you let Coutinho curl him like he did earlier?
No, I'd say
Pretty close.
Neymar's going for it though, is he?
I think it would take a bulldozer to get Neymar off this ball right now.
That's too far. I think that's way too far out. No, do you reckon
He's
giving
gonna
it a go?
try. I
Do you
mean,
reckon?
it's pretty damn far, but I think he's gonna try.
Do they have a player back? Switzerland should have somebody in the net, like someone else.
You say put a man on the line. The only thing is then you
You
offside.
sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man.
If I was Neymar now, I would.
Looking for someone's head.
Yeah,
Thiago Silva. or-
yeah. I'd just get them all in the box and just see what they can do.
Man. High drama.
This is it though. 95.
Terrible bang. Worst bangs.
Where's he's not going for anything other than that.
If he gets it,
It's everything.
No matter what, we're gonna have some VAR after this, so settle in.
Never moves. Oh, he laid it up.
Bicycle.
Oh! Damn! Well, you know, there's another defender.
Sorry, Terry. I know that was great for your audio that moment.
Yeah.
All of us, three idiots screaming at once. No, there's no more time. You
Gave him one
Go,
more.
go,
They
go.
gave him one more just for time on the last one.
that seems a bit rude. Is it?
Damn.
yeah,
Damn.
1-1.
Exciting ties.
Potential World Cup winners.
We're on to just
The
that
first
filter,
game.
right? I still haven't heard the final whistle yet.
Wow.
Pretty shocking stuff there, huh?
A lot of ties, which hasn't been good. I'm trying to like convince American friends to get into the cup. I'm like, guys, I know America's not in it, but it's going to be some fun games. If you just want to see like good sports, this is it. And they'll be like, okay, who was playing yesterday? Oh, Spain, Portugal. It was great. Who won? Oh, it was a tie.
Yeah.
And then everybody just leaves.
Right, yeah.
The water cooler is now empty. But you
Yeah.
got to get into ties, guys. America, ties are good.
Yeah.
Especially when there's 6 goals in a game.
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't happen too often.
You can't ask for much more than a 3-3.
I mean, arguably, that
Even
was
if-
more exciting than 5-0, right? Like,
Sure. That second half of that game, I was fully checked out.
wow. So Serbia now.
Wow, weird. It seems like Serbia's been through a lot over the years. They could use
Seen a few things.
seen a few things. They
seen
could-
some
they could
tough
use,
times. Should we look at some stats here?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
let's
dropped
have a look.
my. Let's cut out. I dropped this on the ground.
Keep.
Shall we do it?
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Magic touch, Midas touch.
Yeah, your finger pads are all like Men in Black. Did you like burn them off?
I burned them all off. Huh? No identity. All right, so we saw possession and
So
Brazil won it back.
yeah, so Switzerland had 51%, didn't they, in the first half?
Yeah.
And then the second half, they had a lot less possession. What was the thing you're looking at?
Goal attempts.
21 goal attempts for Brazil, 6 for Switzerland. 5 on target for Brazil, 2 for Switzerland. Yeah, 21 is a lot. But it just kind of goes to show like that, you know, they didn't have the quality really when it really meant, apart from that Coutinho goal. Like.
Sure. I mean, if it wasn't for that moment of magic, they lost 1-0, right?
Yeah,
Other than
exactly,
that.
yeah.
Let's look at some analysis here. Let's look at attacking zones. We didn't look at that yet. So for Brazil, no surprise. We talked about it pretty much the whole match. For their attacks came from the
Left hand side, yeah, 51% in the left hand side. Again, it just kind of shows that they're really focusing on Neymar, Coutinho, kind of down that wing. But I'm surprised that they're not really giving the ball to Willian though on the other side. Only 23% in the right hand side. You'd expect him to kind of see that it's not working down here,
Yeah.
and then move over and go, listen, there's other options over here. We've another great guy on this wing.
So you're
give
thinking,
him a shot.
if you're the manager, you're thinking you need to do something and involve this side, and because then it stretches the other team maybe a little bit more.
Exactly, yeah. And I suppose, like, you know, when you're not winning, and when you're not kind of being as convincing as you know you could be, you need to kind of change it up a little bit. You need to kind of mix it up. You need to go to the other side, I think.
Switzerland, much more balanced. Let's look at Brazil. Let's go back to Brazil. Let's see in the second half what changed. So we'll look at first half first, which was about what we'd expect. In the second half, same. I mean, nothing changed, right? They tried to force it down that side from start to finish.
Yeah.
I think perfect examples at the very end. You just need to get the ball in the box. Neymar on the touchline, two guys. He does beat him, but the fact that he's still trying to dribble his way down that, it's over-reliance, right?
That's the thing about Neymar there as well, though. Like, when he gets the ball, he wants to kind of be the centre of attention. He wants to kind of show the world what he's good at. And listen, he's brilliant at what he does, but sometimes he just needs to pass the ball. He needs to be part of the team, rather than the only guy on the team.
Anyone we want to see passing-wise?
Let's have a look at... who do you want to look at?
Maybe Fernandinho. He came on in the second half, didn't he?
Yeah, you kind of expect him to kind of, you know, not be as creative, more of a kind of defensive midfielder again. He tends do a lot of passes to the side rather than kind of going up the pitch.
Should we go back to our boy Neymar?
Yeah.
I have to see. You gotta check. This is second half alone.
It's the second half, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, there's not too many kind of chances kind of created. There's one chance created, two unsuccessful passes. But if you look at the passes, though, they're very, very short passes. There's no kind of there's no kind of major vision there that he was showing. But yeah,
maybe Coutinho. Let's see. Second half, 38 passes. That's not bad, and you can see he got a little more involved centrally.
Yeah,
created a chance. It's a bit better. I mean, he scored a great goal. Probably other than that, played a decent game, if not maybe unremarkable.
Well, I mean, that goal alone, you know, you can kind of say like that he had an okay game. But I mean, was he as effective as he could be? Probably not. Taking
away his sideways and backwards passes, still fairly positive.
Yeah, mostly positive there. Again, 18 successful passes. So like when the passes that he meant to make in a kind of like an attacking way,
yeah, he
got the 100% record there. So
that's good to see. I mean, if you're looking for positives, there's one. I'm going to see maybe a heat map of Coutinho in the second half. You can see we saw a little more, and I think Neymar, we would suspect that he's stayed pretty tight on that left.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I suppose he kind of wants to get in the ball in the attacking positions, but he started off a little bit in his own half for a few of these kind of marks here.
You know what this reminds me of? Did you ever see some clips of Neymar? Yes. A great game. This is like Tetris Dream where everything just locks in.
This is Tetris 2.0.
When he played for Santos, when he was people knew about him, but they knew it was only a matter of time before a big club came. Yeah. He would pick the ball up so deep back here,
right, and then
run, do these mazy long dribbles. But it was necessity. His team wasn't that good, so he had to go very deep to get it.
Yeah.
I feel like at Barcelona and even at PSG, he's already getting the ball not as far back. He's closer to goal, so he's not spending the majority of the time outside. He's closer in scoring range, which is where you want your creator to get the ball, right?
Exactly. What else we got?
Should we look at some shots? Neymar, as a shot from deep.
Yeah, I mean, again, he was pretty poor in that kind of parts of the pitch. Compared to like what we're kind of used to, though, that's the thing that we're used to seeing Neymar, being the creative, the goal scoring type, and in this game, as the stats or the graphic shows here, like that, pretty bad.
It wasn't too clever looking. Here's all Brazil's 21 attempts.
So they missed 50% or nearly 50% of the chances that they had on target, or the chance that they had, they missed. 10 out of 21, is it? Yes.
Yeah. Well, 3 saves, 1 goal.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
yeah.
They really had 4.
Yeah. Okay,
7 were blocked by outfield player.
Yeah.
And then 10 were not even on target.
Yeah. It's just poor. I mean, that there's no other kind of words to describe it. It's just poor.
I mean, you could look and say, oh, well, they had a few long-range shots, but they also had a few from inside the box, a few half chances.
The chance that Miranda had
Yeah.
In the second half.
When it fell to him there.
Yeah, when it fell to him, like he should have really buried that into the back of the goal.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Should we, who are you looking for tomorrow when England and Tunisia play?
As in the starting lineup, or?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Sterling is going to start. I think Harry Kane is going to start. I also think that Maguire is going to start in the defence. Trippier on the right wing back position. Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he does pick the team. But as I said, I think he's going to change. I think he's going to change the team for the second game as well. So he's going to maybe pick Vardy for the second game, Harry Kane for the first game, and then for the Belgium game, who knows?
Is Belgium going to lay down the marker tomorrow? You're looking for Lukaku, you said earlier.
I mean, yeah.
He's the main man,
They
right?
all looked really good. That Costa Rica game, that tune-up game,
Yeah.
they couldn't miss any passes in the final third. If they're gonna look like that, fuck. I feel bad for
Start looking up the odds on Belgium and start getting the burritos up.
But the thing about Belgium is that Belgium have kind of been predicted to do really well. It's kind of their golden generation. It's been like that for the past maybe 8 years, maybe 6 years, 8 years, and they haven't really produced. They haven't really gotten to a point where it can go, okay, well, they've done well in that tournament. This is their chance. I think this is their last chance of this generation to do well. In fairness, the group is fairly easy. I know England are a decent enough team, but in terms of where they can get, I would like to see them do well. And if they don't do well, I mean, I think that's game over for them in terms of this generation.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Everybody's kind of high 20s now.
Yeah, the likes
Getting
of
up there.
Company is, this is going to be his
It's
last.
it's definitely his last.
Yeah. But yeah, Belgium have a great side from 1 to 11. They have players in positions that are just fantastic, like Brazil. But we didn't see about Brazil today, though.
The Brazil that we were hoping to see. But we'll get them. We will get. You can't have that talented team and not turn it on for some style points at some point, right?
Yeah, definitely. Panama's
going to get it.
They're getting it.
Oh, Panama, yeah. I kind of feel sorry for Panama because first World Cup, but they're going to get absolutely hammered. They're going to get absolutely hammered.
That doesn't sound so bad when it comes from the Irish accent telling me we're going to get hammered. I'm on board. Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board.
Because Switzerland beat Panama by 6 goals to 0 in a friendly before the World Cup. So that just gives you an indication of how bad Panama are.
Yeah, they kind of lucked in. They got in on kind of a little questionable goal.
Was there something about they scored a goal in the last minute and it wasn't over the line or something like that?
It wasn't. It seemed like it clearly wasn't over the line, but no VR.
Exactly.
They call it a day.
What do you reckon of the whole VAR thing? Are you a fan or no?
I mean, I guess I'm a fan. It doesn't seem like it's disrupting the game a lot, so that's my main concern. It's just as long as the game is still
it's flowing.
We like to say, oh, soccer, it's not like other sports. There's no stoppages because the clock runs. Every time a player goes down or walks to take a corner, I mean, there are stoppages, and they've been pretty quick. And I think that's I think video replay is worth it, considering how many times I've watched the match. We've seen something totally unfair or just wrong, and you put your hands on your head, and you're so frustrated. To eliminate those and get it right, it's worth it. It'll get better too.
Yeah, I think for them to bring it in for a World Cup like this is a big call because the whole world is watching. It's the biggest sport event in the world. I'm just not convinced by it yet. I'm just not convinced that they have the proper system in yet. I think, as you said, about the whole kind of free-flowing aspect of the game is kind of losing that a little bit. There's a few decisions that have already been kind of made that it didn't need to go to the VAR. We kind of knew anyway.
Yeah.
You know, there's a linesman there, there's a fourth official,
Just
and there's a
talk it over.
referee. Just go, listen, what happened there, lads? And then you go, okay, great, move on. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all kind of unfolds. But I think there's going to be massive, massive controversy, and it's all going to be down to the VAR.
Oh, you know, at some point.
At some point during, it's going to be a massive talking point, and people are going to go, oh yeah, it's brutal that VAR. There's no point of having it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It'll play a bigger role in like the semis and stuff too. I'm sure.
Sure.
Something crazy.
Sure. Or the fact if they don't use it, then it's gonna. That's the story. Check the video. You know. We'll see. Luckily, we've got some time and a few more matches between now and then. But I think that's about it for us. Jamel, thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Mr.
for having me,
Mask,
man.
love having you. Hopefully, we can get together and watch some more matches.
Next time I am showing up with burritos.
There we go. I like. Oh,
Believe
he's
that.
at every match. Invited every match.
Believe it.
Guys, if you got any questions, comments, show us some love on social media. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And remember, if you are watching this, you are the convention. Adios.